There it is.
Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer. Stay alert in the chat. Giveaway prizes. Heck, maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim's his sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show. Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Hey, everybody, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the ships at sea. Something like that. What do I usually say?
Exactly what you said.
Something like that. Welcome into Uncle Bill's Sunday night Hangar Talk with all of our good friends in the chat and in the panel. Let's say hi to the panel first. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Hi, Don. Don, we've missed you. We haven't seen you in a while.
I just noticed the emojis.
Yeah, what's his name? Justin made those.
Justin.
Yeah, what's his name? You were right the first time.
Oh, he's gonna be on pretty quick, isn't he?
I made the Avada one. You see the one with the toast and the Avada circle.
Yeah, what's the little black one?
Looks like a black fly.
That's it. Actually, that's actually a picture of Nevada.
Yeah.
Right, but I made the one that says Avada.
Oh, you can't even tell that's a Nevada.
Well, I guess it depends on the resolution of your screen. You want a high res? You want a high res screen?
Hot dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. I have it over there on my 1080p screen at the moment, but I drag it over to the 1440. Yes, they get very small and hard.
It's very tiny.
Yeah. Can you read the word Avada on the one that Mike just did? Night Train just did?
No, I can barely read it. I can read Uncle Bill's real easy, the green one.
Yeah.
They can read it. Can't see it.
Yeah. It was just look how much fun you can have. Being a member. Speaking of members, I'm going to start out with a shout out to all our members. I'm going to read right down the list because there's
wait. Before you do that, what's the red thing?
Hot dogs.
Red. Is that a hot dog?
I don't know what that is. I can't read it either.
You keep using it.
I'm not using it.
No, Don is.
I know. I clicked it, but I don't know what it is.
Well, wait. Let's put your comment on the screen. It'll probably tell us what it is.
It's a phallic symbol. Demonetized.
Oh.
Duh.
Oh, we gotta make a new one of those.
Yeah. Does that even? Yeah, it should just be like $1 with an X through it.
Yeah, good idea.
Good idea.
No dollars allowed.
Already contributing.
Text does not do well on icons.
No, it really doesn't. Neither did my thing with the toast. I should have just done just a toast. 2 glasses.
Or a piece of toast.
I'm just mind blown. Look at you. All right, let me share the screen. Okay, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, let's thank all our members from the top. Who's that? Jim Beauchard, Mr. B's Outdoor Mr. Great Adventures. Mortside Hawk, Off Axis, that's Marcel, Yellow Rose Jones, Lee, Michael Wright, Dustin, Mark R. White, Mika Steve, Lambo Drive Zambo, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Ken Dynasty, Mike B, aka the Drone Deranger, hanging with JD. These were people who dragged into it against their will, I think. USA Drone Flyers, it's Joe and Brad, Nana's Attic, Mudball Creative.
I was dragged into it.
I know. Of course, it's clear. Grant Dariels, that's who's that? Do we know who that is?
Gary.
And Jaybird Drones, Paul Wedgenbig, Lake Powell, which is Jack up there in PA. The Grumpy V-Logger. Hi, Lloyd. Technique FPV. Look at all these names. Fly Zone FPV. I wish I had this many people in the chat. Wayne B. Olive Mix Vlogs.
Olive.
Olive. Scott Nadeau, Tammy Jean, Michael, the Knight of Trains, and we've got Chris Wedgeworth. Where's Chris? Is he here? He hasn't
Not
come.
tonight yet.
I have to reach out to him and say, what the heck, man? Quadcopters and Ted. Tony Fez, he was here behind the scenes with us. You guys didn't see him. He didn't want to talk to anybody. Catskills Brad. Look, Brad's up there twice. Neil.
Bob and Neil, is that your name or is that what you're doing?
It's just Neil. I don't know. I don't know. Who's Neil? Does anybody know who Neil is?
Neil before Plastizod.
Oh, it's Neil before Plastizod. There we go. Where'd I leave off? Off Grid Everything. Mr. Skyfly, Peter Carroll, Mark Sullivan, Maddie's Drone World. Curtis Lee Dolan, Lens Capture Online. That'd be you, Tom.
That would be me. Holy cow.
Holy cow. The X-Wing and Steve Carpenter, our
You've
friend.
got 195,000 members.
It's, or at least 42. I think that's what that says down here. But yeah, quite a bit. Let's see. Did they finally put any money in the account? Let's check that out. Let me see. Where is it?
Ching.
Let's see. Let's see if it's there. They did. It's there. But they didn't send it to me.
Hey, Jim, we're going to have to start getting union wages soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay? I think so.
So what do I got to do for them to send this to me? All right, whatever. All right, guys. So coming soon, clearly, coming soon will be the giveaway with the gift cards.
Do you have your bank account set up so it gets automatically deposited?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just
Will they send it
threshold
into the
levels.
month?
Yeah, threshold levels also.
To my it's all there.
Yeah,
Hey, click on how you get paid and let's see that number.
Yeah.
It's just my checking account. It's nothing exciting. Anyway, it's all there. And all right. Okay, very good. And that's all due to you guys. I appreciate everything you do, and especially Chin Dynasty, who apparently has more money, knows what to do with. Thank you, Bill. And that's that. Let's say hi to the chat. Well, you can really take up a lot of time by doing this. Is cool. Yeah, Jim, say hi to the chat.
Hi. We got, holy cow, everybody there. Bill, Chin Dynasty, Captain Joe, Catskills Brad, Warren, Jody, Mika Steve, Maddie's just lurking. Have a great show, fellas. The Drone Guy 42. You think that's his IQ or his age? Let's go with age.
Don't exaggerate.
Waypoint New England, Mark R. White, which we said hi, is a member. Captain Ray Kelly. Captain Ray's here. And Jack, we said hi, is a member. Grumpy's a member. Everybody's in here now. We're up to 25 already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've said like 8 names.
Well, because we said everybody else in the as a member, and they're here. So not only did we say thank you, we also said hi.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Dragged in twice. You were dragged. Yeah. Brad's complaining. They dragged me in twice. 2 different because he's in there as Nana's Attic. Nana's Attic, where you can buy fine stuff.
Doilies.
Yeah, doilies and stuff. That's a nice looking store. She's shown picture. Send me the links to the pictures. We'll show you the store again.
Dilton Doily.
But anyway. Hey, and Lloyd's here. Hi, Lloyd. Did you say hi, Lloyd?
Yes, we did.
And Captain Ray?
Yes, we did.
You got to say hi to the old guys. They get upset.
The older
fellas. The older fellas. They get upset. So
hello, older fellas.
Hey,
I gotta turn my speakers down. Kind of hurt. Ugh. So anyway, what's going on in everybody's life? Tom, how are you?
Not bad. I had the pleasure of going to the Sphere earlier in the week.
I knew I could count on you to have something going on. To the what now?
The Sphere, the MSG Sphere in Las Vegas.
Would you go
Have
see
you seen
U2?
anything about that? No.
No, and I didn't know it was pronounced Sphere.
You don't know
Well,
what the
you know,
sphere is?
it's
Is it Sphere?
you can pronounce it any way you want. Be accepting of me, Bill. Will you, please? Thank you.
The Vegas Ball.
It can get pretty freaky. So they can project this eyeball on it, which, you know, it really does need a little drop of Visine. Okay. So yeah, it's enormous. I'm going to try to bring up a shot real quick. Okay.
Who'd you go see, Tom?
Well, we actually went to go see this Aaron. This famous producer did something specifically for Inside the Sphere, and then my friends were coming in from New York, and they went to go see U2 on Friday night. So U2 is doing a residency here until I think mid-December.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, really awesome
Johnny.
experience. Pretty steep on the stairway, you know, and it's all modernistic. It's supposedly 6 times the size of an IMAX, and it wraps around you. So, and the seats, of course, they get feedback from what you're seeing on the screen. And I'm just bringing up the shot.
Yeah, sounds neat. Hi, Blind Neil. I can't remember the last time you were in here. What's up there, brother?
Mm-hmm.
More blind, more high, so I'm pretty boring now. Well, you know, I'm not saying you weren't boring before, but hi.
Go.
What's going on? My slide whistle came from yours. Did it actually? He's not serious, is he? Let me see.
Yeah, Bill, take a look at that.
It says it came from Indonesia. Okay. Oh, look at that thing. That's nifty. Wow.
So when the NBA summer league started out here, it was a giant basketball. Lately, it's been a jack-o'-lantern.
Imagine
They'll
that.
They'll
Pretty good timing on that.
They project emojis on it, which are pretty funny. The eyeball is freaky, but they put up the globe, so it's random stuff that goes up over time, and occasionally an ad or two. So
Yeah,
but
it's really cool.
imagine being inside this and being enveloped by this.
They can't put a picture of the Earth there because the Earth is flat, and that's clearly a ball.
Yeah.
No. This is Vegas. Everything's made up here, Jim.
Well, it's got a flat side. Maybe you just have to stand on your head. But I mean, you can go inside it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
it's specifically built. For
I agree with that,
concerts
Warren.
and shows. Okay, no sports. This was came at a cost of $2 billion.
$2 billion?
Gee,
It was built within approximately a 30-month period.
Well, I mean, what is it? I mean, it just looks like a giant inflated balloon.
No, it's a structure, and all the LEDs. It's the largest LED screen there is, and they're hockey puck size. They're hockey puck size LEDs.
Okay.
That in
What's a
envelop
hockey
the
puck?
entire sphere. Well, yeah. Well, okay. To our fans outside the immediate region, okay, it's something you keep in an ice box until it gets dropped for
Yeah,
a face-off.
bucket of
And,
ice.
and
yeah.
if you can't get that reference, I'm sorry, I'm not going any further. But
Do you have to be
inside-
Canadian to understand that?
look, don't get elitist up there, okay, Jim? I think Vegas currently is the home of the Stanley Cup. Okay,
The home, yes.
What can I say? Even though I think it's 19 players on the roster all come from Canada, but hey, they're getting W-2s, they're getting tax forms here, Jim. Okay,
That's right.
okay, but yeah, no, an amazing experience. the technology in it. They have these androids inside that interact with you. These AI androids that interact with you, and the complex is amazing inside from the lobby all the way up. And we were what you would consider nosebleed seats, but we were like the view couldn't be any better.
You know, it's funny when you said they have Android and they're interacting with you. I was thinking cell phones, giant cell phones walking.
Sorry, I'm an
walking.
iPhone user. I don't even think of it that way.
Just giant cell phones walking up and yelling at you and giving you warnings.
Of course, the venue is it's an expensive proposition to go see anything. There is a general admission, which is on the floor standing, but all the other levels are reserved seating. But really,
can you give us an idea approximately what's the pricing like?
So we went to go see a cinematic presentation that was an hour and a half, and it basically cost us $80 a seat. Okay.
Well, I mean that's not cheap, but that's not crazy.
We were all the way up high. So as you went down, so you figure all in with taxes, that's $200
for the two of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, but going down always costs more.
A beer is $18. Okay, but it's an 18-ounce beer. So okay.
Well, shit.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to figure it out by the ounce.
Hey. But
if you're in Philadelphia, that's $18 that you'd have to throw at the field.
$80 a seat. That's one roll of the dice there, Tom.
Yeah, there you go. But I tell you, the tickets for U2, my friend who was down in the so we were up in the 400 section. They were down in the upper 200 section, and they paid $600 a seat for U2.
Yeah, not happening.
Okay, exactly. My point exactly. Hey, I joined this thing out here called House Seats Las Vegas. So basically what it is, we pay like $150 a year. We can get up to 4 tickets at a time, and it's basically you're a seat filler. So if venues want to make sure they have people in seats, you get a blast email that says, hey, in a couple of days, Counting Crows is playing at the Bellagio. You click yes, and you got up to 4 free tickets. If you don't show up, you get paid. You get charged like $20 a ticket. But it's all kinds of shows and everything like that. So it's
what would tickets like that normally cost you?
Like Counting Crows, I think started at like $90
a ticket.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. And you get your ticket for free because you that's cool.
Membership, So
I mean, if you live there, you're crazy not to do that if you like going out.
Yeah, exactly. When we can pick 2 tickets or 4 tickets, depending on, it's great when we have friends that come in from out of town.
It's like being a Florida resident. Disney World, discounts at least $13.
Right. well, the other thing, boy, that's a bargain and a half. That doesn't.
Oh my God, that's the most expensive thing in the world is to go to Disney World. Please continue. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying is very, very cool. That globe thing, that sounds really interesting and exciting. And or you can spend several $100s for you and somebody else to go to Disney World and stand in line for hours at a time.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is.
Or you could rent, for the price of that couple hours, you could rent a cabin for the weekend, miles from anybody.
And you can dress up as Mickey and Minnie and have fun that way.
You could probably bring Disney movies and watch them.
Yeah. And and you can teach your dog to stand up. I mean, you can dress up. Never mind. I was thinking something. I was trying to squeeze in a joke about effing Goofy, but I give up.
Maybe I'm just antisocial, but yeah, those big venues and stuff like that, they just creep me out.
Yeah, Mark put up the specs. for what Warren is saying. I'm saying fear. No, there is an S in front of there. I'm sorry, it's Brooklyn coming out. But yeah, 366 feet high and 516 feet in diameter. Holds 18 capacity, 18,000.
So it's not even a hemisphere. Where do they get off?
Really? Well, he's going to wind up. Dolan's going to wind up. You know, the owner of MSG, Madison Square Garden, he's going to wind up building those all over the globe if he can. So, if it works out here, and it
$2
will.
billion a pop. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Is it missile proof? It's like a dome. Never mind.
No, as they've said here, it's going to be probably a key spot in an upcoming Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. You know.
That's probably 12 more than we deserve. It's okay.
Yep.
But keep working at it, buddy.
I haven't liked it yet. I haven't decided.
I haven't
Back
liked
in the
it.
70s
I haven't liked it either.
And he's gone.
What did he do? He went to click like and he knocked himself off.
Yeah.
Who
He'll be
did?
back.
No.
Tom did. Oh wait. Yeah, he did.
There.
He'll be
That's
back.
my like.
Sounds delicious. It does, but it raises your blood pressure. I've actually been to Madison Square Garden for Knicks basketball. You know, you're saying how it creeps you out going to venues, large venues where there's lots of people. But if you go to a sporting event, you can't help. I mean, again, I don't necessarily like to be
I
surrounded by.
went to a Cowboys game at their new stadium, and it creeped me out just being in a large area with that many people. You start realizing that the crowd is not a bunch of individuals; it is an entity on its own, and it is. You're inside of a monster. It freaks me out.
But it's an experience. It's no doubt, Bill. I've been to like tons of events at MSG. You know, I mean, with the Rangers and all kinds of stuff there.
Going to the Dallas Cowboys stadium, we were way up high too, and the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders came out, and they were just itty bitty. You couldn't hardly see them. It was almost impossible to masturbate to.
Well, yeah, that gets tough.
You know.
That's why you watch it on replay.
Well, that's why they say you go blind. From that. I don't know. I've been to Yankee Stadium when they were in the playoffs. I got the opposite feeling from the swell of the crowd. Because you can feel it. You can feel. I mean, it actually.
Yeah, absolutely. You're part of it. You're part of it, right? So, and there's certain sports that are best watched live. Like, people have a hard time watching hockey on. That's the complaint I get on TV because they can't follow it. It's too freaking fast. Okay. And of course, watching it at an arena, it's a blast. Okay. But
when that crowd,
large venues, but look at college stadiums. Okay. These capacities in college stadiums are fucking ridiculous. 80,000, 90,000. I mean, it's insane. But and they film them. And if Taylor Swift keeps going to Kansas City games, the NFL's value goes up.
Is it Kansas City? No, she's dating what's his name from
Kansas City. Kelsey. Travis Kelsey.
Yeah. Travis Kelsey. Kansas City.
Didn't people get squished to death recently at some music concert? I don't know. But
all I'm saying is when I've been to sporting events and your team is doing well and something exciting is going on and you could hear the crowd start to get louder and louder and it builds up and you could just kind of get swept away into it, like at an English soccer game where they all
that's why it's so scary. Because
I've had that problem.
Stomp all over each other.
Yeah,
you're
that's
part of the greater entity, Bill.
Well, some of the nonsense and hooligans will use that term appropriately. With these soccer matches, that's insane. And occasionally, as a New York fan and a Vegas fan, I'm afraid of Philadelphia Okay, that's one place I'm not going as a visitor to watch a game. Their fans are a bit insane, also. So
Well, it all depends. I used to go there quite a bit. I seen
I
a bunch of.
I was
I, I,
stationed there for a little bit. So.
I went to a bunch of Phillies games because my stepson was a Phillies fan. But this was back in the day when they were terrible, and for years. But they had a couple blue chippers on their team like Mike Schmidt, and a couple others. So you'd go to see them, and you'd watch them lose. But the fans that showed up for those games when the team was bad like that, they're real fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on, Bill.
You can walk in there with a Mets cap on and not think someone was going to kill you. You know what I mean? Because they're actual fans there to watch the game. But when they're doing really well, when they're doing really well, and you get all the all the fair weather fans, they're the ones that you got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Although I'll never go see the Broad Street Bullies though, because that's you got a New York accent. What are you doing here? Broad Street Bullies would be the Flyers. But I did go see the Sixers, and they were playing the Knicks, and the Knicks were kicking the crap out of them. And because again, back when at this period of time, Patrick Ewing was still playing, and a few other guys, and they were like ironically big groups of guys ironically cheering for Ewing, even though they were just bad fans. I mean, it was just so mean. They were so nasty to their own team. I started rooting for Philly. I felt bad. I remember I think the center's name was Bradley for Philadelphia, and he did a double. He had I think 11-11. He did a double, and I was rooting for him. He had a good game against obviously a better player against Ewing, their center. But anyway, yeah, Philly could be a tough town, and you don't want to get the seats all the way in the back because it's too hard to throw those deep D-cell batteries at the field from way up there.
Yeah,
you might knock over somebody's beer or something. That'd just be terrible. Yeah, they're tough. They're just all fans can be like that. All stadiums can.
Yeah.
Be like
Yeah, we have that
But
problem
that's
here.
not- yeah, but that's not what they're going for now. I mean, they want to make it an environment that
Just because Philly invented having a magistrate right there in the stadium. They put a magistrate right there. They'd scoop you up and take you right there, and you'd be fined and or ticketed and possibly jailed. No waiting.
Yeah, we have a similar problem here.
What do you mean the fans act up overseas in Europe and in Australia?
Yep.
Yeah. At soccer games, maybe? I'm sorry, football.
Yep. Ours is football, not soccer.
Yeah, I've
What
heard,
about-
We have that
uh,
oval ball.
I've heard you mention that before.
Yeah, it makes no sense to the rest of the world. Okay, we barely hit the ball with our foot, but if anything, it should be called oblong ball. But,
Pigskin ball. I don't know.
so what about a real question, Dominic? What about rugby matches? How are the fans? Are they? Because that's a knockdown drag out brawl. I'm sorry, man. I don't know how else you watch.
Rugby league is a little bit more unruly than AFL.
No. You're joshing me.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah,
I always thought that was like a gang rumble with uniforms.
yeah, but
Yeah.
and I imagine there's nothing but debauchery on the sidelines, with plenty
No,
of alcohol
definitely.
mixed in. So
Yeah. We've got the
if that doesn't fuel a good time, what does? Really?
but we're only allowed plastic. We have plastic cups.
Yeah,
you're
they
only
do that
allowed
here
to buy
too,
two
Dominic.
at a
So you
time.
really can't. Right? Yeah. They don't want you flinging the bottle.
Exactly.
Mad
Yeah.
ball?
Actually, most people
Oh, yeah.
most people would call it aerial ping pong. If you've ever seen our game, that's what people seem
Yeah,
to call it.
Cat,
There's 18
We're
people.
talking
on
about
the ground.
murmurations in the chat, and he asked me if cows have a version 2, and it's called murmurations.
See, you're being funny.
Yeah.
Wilma
He's
Ratios.
right.
I wouldn't have thought of that. That's very good. It's very moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? Surprisingly, they still do have bad days. It was bad days were more difficult back in the 70s and 80s because
Yeah, but I remember going when they
You
gave
know.
you bats that were this big or like that big or these
yeah,
you know,
they stopped giving out the full size bats in the late 60s with the riots going
well,
on.
they were
So,
full size kids
you know.
bats, you know what I mean? Because they were like 28-inch bats or whatever, but
yeah,
yeah,
28.
bad idea. Bad idea to arm the stands,
Yeah, exactly. You use the stick on the pennant. Okay. When they
We're having AK day today. But yeah. Actually, let me see. What was my favorite sporting event I ever went to? Probably Yankee Stadium. That was a blast. I mean, there was 50,000 people all cheering at once and like that. Although, like I said, I didn't mind going to Philadelphia. They had good cheesesteaks.
Oh, fantastic. You go to Ray's or someplace. But it's so funny because they yell at the people who attempt to order off menu. Okay. It's a steak with whiz or without whiz. That's it. Okay. Lady in front of me asked for lettuce and tomato, and he said, "Not in this state." Move on. Okay.
You want a salad? There's a Wendy's down the road there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like the soup Nazi because then you get up there, okay, you order it, and then you step down, okay, to the soda fountain guy who you pay, and there's no conversation. That's basically the way it works. But
Yeah, I have a problem asking people to whiz on my food, though.
It's it is what it is. I mean, you go to Philly, you have to have a cheesesteak.
Yeah, it's a thing. Go to New York, you have pizza. Actually, bagels. Bagels in New York.
We just found a great pizzeria out here. So, guys from Martha Avenue from the Bronx.
I was just going to say that you find people that have relocated, from the city. There's a place in town here and it couldn't be any more Italian. You could barely understand them. And it's not just a pizzeria; they got a bakery too. They do all the goodies, all that brand.
Yeah.
They'll fill the huh?
The place we went to?
Yeah.
We had lunch there one?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Remember that case with all the different Italian pastries and everything? And just amazing. But
Get a good Italian butter cookie,
Yep.
chocolate dipped. Sometimes with the raspberry filling, sometimes with the apricot filling. Oh, what the?
Yeah.
Still searching out here for that. And then we have a decent bagel place finally, because some other friends that had relocated out of here years ago up north found Bagel Cafe, and they're from the lower east side of Manhattan, so they know how to make a bagel.
Yeah, but they'll claim it's better, it's easier, it's better up there because of the water. I mean, that's what I heard.
Water. Well,
The bread's better, the Italian bread is better. Everything's better.
Yeah, unless you pay for a high-end filtration system. So, it's basically hard water out here. That's the problem.
Well, they used to say that New York had really good water because of the aquifer.
Yeah, New York has phenomenal water. So,
Unless you happen to be in one of the old tenements that has lead pipes still. But, aside from that.
well, if you've had lead pipes for that long, you probably don't even know how to pronounce the word water anymore. So,
But because of the aquifers and where they get their water from and blah, blah, blah. People don't understand it. Most of New York is green and beautiful.
Yeah, it's the watershed. New York City actually owns a nice swath of land in upstate New York, where the watershed is and the reservoirs and just beautiful spots to fly to up there. gorgeous spots to fly up there.
When you were a kid, did you go take like on class trips to like Bear Lake or
Bear Mountain.
Bear Mountain?
We went to Bear Mountain. We went to West Point. We went to the Capitol once, but the bus driver got lost.
Couldn't find Albany?
So we had to look at the outside of the buildings, you know, so the teachers try to show us the architecture.
I know it's around here
that
somewhere.
Yeah,
You know, it's a major city. You know, it
George
moves
Washington
sometime.
once stood here, you know. But some amazing spots. I mean, you got the Erie Canal. Hey, Lloyd.
How you doing,
Hey,
Tom?
Lloyd.
How's the campaign going, Lloyd?
You know, we're breaking even. You know, we're spending money on flowers at all the grave sites to get all those votes, and you know,
What a bunch of stiffs.
pretty much that names it right there. A bunch of stiffs, yeah. But hey, we're knocking them dead at the rallies.
Cool.
That's why you got to buy more flowers for the
That's why we
graveyard.
got to buy more flowers. Exactly. Yeah, we need donations. I'm an honest politician. I admit it right now, straight up front. I will take a bribe,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm honest about it.
I Mendenhall. I got to make sure I can know how to spell your name when I write you in.
Yeah, just like it sounds. Men,
You know,
Den
I just had a thought. We a big thing for us was every couple of years that we'd go to Hayden's Planetarium, the Museum of Natural History, and the Museum of Art.
Natural History. Yep.
Museum, and that's where us when I was living in Jersey, all us Jersey kids would go to New York. We'd go to that.
Right.
And Hayden's Planetarium was awesome. I was like, oh, we're going to that thing again. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. That dome in Las Vegas, that'd be an awesome venue to do like a planetarium kind of presentation.
Oh yeah, Bill. It was the show we saw. Basically, went around this, you know, about the Earth and how it initially started in the solar system, and then just, you know, the time lapse photography, the drone photography in it, the aerial photography, the lenses it had to be shot with. I mean, you're talking about some heavy lift drones that we used in this too. And it was amazing. It wrapped around you. This elephant, you know, was walking basically, and you were at ground level, and it came like right up to you. And when it snorted, you got like a puff of fresh air. Was not elephant air, so that was good. They didn't choose
I
to
didn't
send
tell
it.
on you, in other words.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was worried about that for a minute. Okay. But
Reminds me of a date I had on a Friday night in high school.
See, I heard an elephant belch on a little while ago there, Jim.
I
Bill.
don't think I can take 67 more of those.
Mm-hmm.
Just a punchline for Jim. You know that joke, Jim?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
I heard another joke a couple days back that I hadn't heard before. Yeah, I chuckled. It was pretty good.
Yeah, don't share it or anything. Just, you know, describe the
Not
situation.
allowed to share
Can't
it.
remember it.
It's dirty.
Okay.
now I do have a joke for you, but I dropped it the other day with Justin. But if you got to give me a professional opinion here, Jim. Okay.
All right.
So there was two whales, a male and a female whale. They were swimming.
It sounds like a brand name. Elephant Belch. Elephant Belch sandals.
Hmm.
When you really want to step in it.
You're cutting
Sorry,
out there,
please,
Tom.
please.
Can't hear
Or
you.
an IPA.
I'm sorry, Tom. What were you saying now? I interrupted you.
His mic was cutting out while he was trying to tell the joke.
How's it sound right now? Am I cutting
Perfect.
out?
No, you're good.
Tell it fast.
Good. Okay.
Still sounds like you.
No, it still sounds like me, right? Okay. So this male and female whale, they're swimming off the coast of Okinawa, and the male whale spots this whaling ship, and he recognizes the whaling ship because the whaling ship had killed his father many decades ago. So he turned to the female whale, and he said, "Hey, I want to capsize that boat. That boat killed my father. Come with me. We'll swim underneath. We'll blow up air and capsize the boat." So they swim over, blow up air, they capsize the boat. So with that, the boat starts to sink, and the sailors jump overboard. But they are close enough to shore that they start swimming towards the shore. So the male whale turns to the female whale and says, "Come on, let's kill those sailors." And he starts to swim towards them, and he notices the female's not moving, and so he turns around and he goes, "What's the problem?" She said, "I was in on the blowjob, but I'm not going to swallow semen." But
Yeah.
Demonetized.
Thank you for that. It was perfect.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That brings up bad memories of my second
Just
year in
leave it
college.
like that. Just leave it like that, Don. Leaves up bad memories. I get a little
We had
worried.
a history instructor who was well, we didn't know what he was, but we assumed. But he was talking about how early in American history, American sailors would get gang pressed into doing service with the Royal Navy because at the time you couldn't tell the difference because everybody coming over from England, you couldn't tell the difference between American and English seamen. Well, I turned as an aside to a friend and said, "Did he try tasting it?" And the class got really quiet right about the time I said that. And he's sitting there and it was just silence and all focus was on me. Everybody heard it. And that's a class I dropped. I never went back to that class after that.
You didn't go back?
Oh no.
Oh,
That's the icing on
Yeah.
the face. Yeah.
It
That's
does
the
not
icing on the
indicate-
face.
Oh, sorry. I did it twice.
well, you do. You know, I see all the
That's
comments
back
about
when I was
being
younger and I got
monetized.
embarrassed about stuff.
I was talking about semen. SEAMAN. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
that's what he was talking about. Where does the taste come from?
Oh,
I mean, you don't have to choke on it or anything, but you're going to have to suck it.
But Don, you started out right off the bat saying these sailors were getting gang pressed, and I'm thinking, okay, where's the joke go with that? Yeah, it was like a setup to a setup there. Yeah, that's my mind went right where you took it.
I always say inappropriate things.
Quit school because of a joke. Attaboy.
yeah.
Quit
That-
that
that
class,
You know
that's
what?
for sure.
But the English are open. They're open. It's okay. You can make. I mean, any country that comes up with a dessert named Spotted Dick deserves.
Yeah, but
whatever.
you know, it
the teacher
impacted
wasn't-
Don's
teacher wasn't
ability.
English.
It impacted Don's dream of becoming a stand-up. I mean, I understand it was crushing. So gotta give him that.
I think that was more like sit-down comedy than stand-up comedy.
Okay, Lon. Yeah, that one I'm not repeating.
Okay, well, if you want a bad joke that I wrote,
Sure.
I don't understand these people who keep when they're going to have a baby, they keep the sex of the baby a surprise.
It
They
is
don't want to know the
hard.
sex of the baby, so they keep it a surprise. If you keep the sex of the baby a surprise, how do you know whether you want an abortion? Yeah.
Okay. Now you're deep.
Okay, now, that was a dark twist. Yeah,
You can't blame it on me at all anymore. Okay, I just got
yeah, that was
drunk.
yeah, that was definitely a.
And I've always said it, if Jordan came out a girl, he's going back in until he finishes developing.
We got a new guest here. Welcome in, Buds and Jumps. Some friends from the Philippines. Love our Philippines folks that come in here. Speaking of Philippines, where's Artie? He said he was going to be on tonight.
Ha!
He said, that's what he did. He said he didn't have to work tomorrow, so he'd be on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, little bastard.
Maybe he's gonna live stream on his stream and super chat himself.
Yeah, Yeah, because fair play because Bill super chatted himself last night, so Art should come on here and super chat himself tonight.
Super chat himself, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be appropriate. Yeah.
Find him. Let's give him a hard time. Everybody make fun of Artie.
We normally do.
I was going to say, what would make this any different than any other time?
Snow White and the Eight Dwarfs.
I was just going to say I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to go for a short breather.
That's inappropriate.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
He's
It is.
everybody's favorite munchkin.
Bill, you
Oompa
I tried to
loompa.
message him again.
I think-
I hope he's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bill, your mic is a little on the hot side.
My mic is what?
Your mic is a little on the loud side, hot.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's because I'm obnoxious. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the host.
So Mike, you were right. Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Is it? Are you sure?
No.
What if I do this?
When Bill
Well-
speaks, everybody has to listen.
Don't
What?
judge.
Oh, there you go. Because you're so loud.
There you go.
I thought I'd catch up with you.
Yeah.
How's my
too-
mic?
Keep
How's my
level
mic?
that way.
How is it? How's my mic?
Too far away.
It's there.
Too far.
How's my mic?
That's
Oh, there you
better.
go.
I like it even. I
Could
like it
you
even.
just, Dawn, could you just breathe?
I like it even better. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby. You better get that checked. It
Get-
sounds like you have
Yeah,
asthma.
yeah, I was gonna say get that checked out. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so Lloyd,
Yeah,
how are you? What's going on there in Oklahoma?
not much. We finally got some cool weather. Typical fall weather, but nothing exciting going on here. I just
You have
trying to make sure I wake up every morning.
you have that cattle
That's a
rancher
good
down in
job.
Muskogee that's teaching his cows to jump rope.
I would not be surprised. Where'd you see that at?
I don't remember, but he's hoping it'll improve their calves.
But
Yeah. Nothing would surprise me in Muskogee, Oklahoma, anyways.
Cows can't jump.
well, I was thinking, shit, people are probably very bored there. Yeah.
No, white cows can't jump. I was just
Nothing.
Yeah.
Color into it, but it made it funnier.
yeah, well, I'm just looking at the bottom, and there's actually a notation. I wanted to see what our temperature was here, and it says temperatures to drop tomorrow in Florida. Woohoo! Yeah, baby, break out that motorcycle. And right now the temperature is awesome. It's 69 degrees.
Very nice.
Right temperature.
The
Wow.
perfect temperature. Yeah.
I'm
46
Why you
in,
want
right now?
up here in
Oh,
Toronto.
we never even got that warm today.
46.
Oh, it was in the 80s today. Let me see. So what's it look like? All right,
It
temps
was
to
in
drop
the mid to
tomorrow.
upper 60s here today.
Ooh, oh my! They're not kidding. The high tomorrow is 56.
The high tomorrow is 56.
Yeah,
What? Holy shit.
Tuesday's 59.
We've got at the moment.
Wow.
You're getting a
Yeah.
cold spell? Wow.
That's a little too cool.
That's too
And then-
cool.
High tomorrow
Tuesday's
here in
What is
Missouri
it dropping at
four.
night?
Oh, I don't know. I have to look at
Good
that.
thing you don't get rain there at night.
Yeah,
Your
that's what
rain
we're getting
usually
tomorrow.
comes right in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, actually, finally, we're not getting rain. It looks fairly dry. Thank you. What the hell? I clicked on it. Now it says 75. I guess it's 56 overnight.
Okay.
So it lied to me.
I'm at
75 during the
79.
day, 56 at night. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. We'll go down to probably 65 tonight, and we'll be at 90 tomorrow by 3 p.m.
Now, this is great riding weather. I'm looking at it here. The forecast, we got 74, 79, 81, 82, 80. Nice temperatures. And then down in either the high 60s, mostly the high 60s.
Yeah, we're running about 5 to 10 degrees above normal right now. So, but we should be dropping down in another.
Oh,
They already
Yeah,
had
man.
snowfall. They already had snowfall 35 miles away up on Mount Charleston. They had a couple of inches of snowfall. So
Supposed to get
Oh.
down to 50 degrees here tonight and a high of 70 tomorrow.
oh, that's perfect.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Actually, even 70, if you're on a bike doing 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour,
Oh yeah,
it's
Well,
chilly.
yeah.
You have to have a vest on. It's chilly. Yep.
Yep.
always go with layers.
Got to break out the vests.
Yeah. I wore it already.
I don't even know where they are. It's been so long since I had to wear one.
Yeah, we had a couple of nights over here last week that dropped into the upper 50s. So.
Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna by tomorrow
Get it?
morning. It'll be
Cool.
43 degrees here.
Yeah.
That's a
No
chill.
thanks.
Yeah, and then Tuesday night it will be, or Monday night into Tuesday it'll be down to 41. That is getting chilly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just a little bit.
Oh, Lord, that is just wrong.
Yeah, I know. I saw that and I was just like,
God. God.
He just wants us to get on record laughing at it.
No.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, I refuse.
Not going to happen. That's why I said no. No longer.
Got to remove you, dude.
Yeah, let's move on from that one. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Is that centigrade or Fahrenheit? What's the problem with that question? Well, whoever we were speaking to is
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
we're elitist.
a dumbass, apparently.
Yeah, we're elitist. We can't do anything in groups of 10. So Jim, what was the temperature in Celsius up there?
Right now it's 8 Celsius, so that's about 46 Fahrenheit.
46. Yeah.
You know,
So
no,
there
I
you
like
go. That
I
was
like
a-
cool walking around weather and sleeping weather and like that. But like I said, for
Oh,
riding,
sleeping is the best. You know, you want it to be
Oh
nice.
yeah.
You know, then if you want to throw on a sheet, I always have to throw on a sheet because the seat
yeah,
is
and lower
at a
electrical
million miles an hour over our freaking bed. So
and lower electrical bill weather.
Mm.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
my number one contributor right there.
My electrical bill has been outstanding this summer.
Yeah, we did pretty
Okay.
good.
Don't feel alone.
They're hawking the solar, and it's not, look, if all the incentives they're giving on solar, the problem is all the incentives are tax incentives. And what they're targeting is the seniors and the disabled veterans who really don't have tax liability.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can't wind up right. So if they're giving you $8,000 back a year over a period of a couple of years to pay you back for the $50,000 investment, you're not able to do that. You got nothing to
Yeah.
write it off against.
That's smart
Well-
business sense on their part.
Oh yeah, sure, because they're reducing you to you're still paying like a $27 bill anyway because you have to pay for service. You
Well,
have to pay for the service of the power company buying electric back from you.
Well,
but I mean, it's smart if you're worried about blackouts if you don't have the infrastructure.
as long as we're talking about old fart topics, that brings something up that's interesting. Social Security. A lot of people say take it early because depending on how long you live, it's going to take you till you're 89 to make up the difference from all
Well,
the checks you could have already gotten.
Well,
I mean,
there are charts for that. There's calculations for that, right?
there
Where,
is, and but
what you
if you
pay back
if
here.
you go on the Social Security website, boy, do they recommend you wait.
Well,
I mean, they really do.
Yeah.
all the experts and that you wait, but all the experts don't know your situation or your family history or your own medical history. I mean, if I took it at 62 years old, I'd be I would start to go upside down at the age of 74. Okay. If I waited till I was 65, that went up to like 83.
Right. Thereabouts.
Yeah. So it's like, how long do you, and I look at it this way also. When do you want to spend it? Okay. when you can have some fun.
Right. When you're young enough to actually enjoy your retirement. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, look, I got my Medicare card. I got my supplemental. I'm all good. The city tried to change retiree health benefits and put us all on a Medicare Advantage plan, and we won
Goomba!
a permanent
Yeah.
injunction against them. So now we can get our supplemental
You want to
insurance.
say that?
It's funny. I was figuring it out because I have to take my health insurance through work, and then because it's cheaper than Obamacare or whatever, and because of my age, and then my wife's on it, and it's like $1,000 a month.
Yeah, because you're
I'll
under
take
65. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I found out, and it was very quiet. It's like they didn't tell anybody. As of January of this year, you're actually allowed to take your wife off it if it pops you up over a certain percentage of your income. Having her on there, they didn't used to do that. It was only based on your
income,
your share of it. So that was called the marriage glitch, and it was a real dick in the ass for middle income people.
Sure.
Excuse my language. Well, unfortunately, the percentage, I still can't do it. I don't think I can. I have to look into it, but I still can't do it.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. It's when you start collecting Social Security, and those of you that are much younger, hey, pay attention, okay? Because you got to pay attention to what laws they're freaking passing. So one of the things is that Social Security you paid for your entire career, okay? That wasn't tax-free. You pay taxes on it.
Right.
So now, if you earn more than $25,000 a year as a single or $32,000 as a married couple, you will pay federal tax on a portion of your Social Security. So if you have that, go right above that level, up to about $45,000, $50,000, you wind up paying, on about 10 to 15% of your Social Security gets taxed. Now you go above that, 85% of my Social Security gets taxed by the federal government. So why am I paying tax again on something I contributed to? So
that you already prepaid tax.
There's a bill in Congress.
You already paid tax on.
Yeah, there's a bill in Congress to change that. So it's a bipartisan bill, and that it needs to happen because that'd make a big difference for a lot of people. And even if it's not eliminated, those rates were set on 1983. Okay, so those thresholds have never risen as the annual income per capita has risen, for the population. So they got to at least do that. People live on fixed incomes, and it'd be really
I brought it up because it was at the point where the amount of money I would save in insurance costs, and the fact that I could make almost 22,000 just working part time, and then do that, say, and then so go down to maybe 2-3 days a week, and then it was at the point where why am I working 5 days a week? I make the same money, and they screwed me over. She gave me a 10% raise. So it no longer makes sense to retire.
Throughout my career, I went up through the ranks. I was fortunate, but one of the things was when you change tax brackets, oh boy, does that kick you right in the left testicle? Okay.
No, it's almost like they encourage you not to make money or to lie about it.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. But hey, I'm crying first world problems here. But no,
These are first world problems, aren't they? Yeah.
I know,
Right.
really are. But look, because I just started collecting Social Security, I can earn up to 20 something $1,000. Okay, but next year, because
you can make more than that, but every $2
no, because
you gotta give $1
once I
back.
start earning over that, no, they withhold an entire month. Okay, when you go over, okay, and then it gets recalculated, all that crap. So but the thing is, next year I'm in my final retirement year because I took it a year and a half early. Okay, because I figured why not spend it. Okay, no, paying off the RV with it, so why not? It's just a matter of you can earn at that point up to, I think it's $55,000 a year if you need to work. So that's an advantage. And then after you turn your full retirement age, then you can earn whatever you want. They won't reduce your Social Security.
I think since she gave me that raise, God damn it, I'm gonna have to keep. I'm gonna just work until I'm 65, take Medicare, and then drop off. Go down to part time. That's what I think makes.
Yeah, you get Medicare, you get a Medicare supplemental, and any doctor that takes Medicare is your supplemental is going to cover you for it. So just don't get into those Medicare Advantage plans, because what's basically happening is you just sold your traditional Medicare to an insurance company. And now the insurance company says, well, you got to use doctors within this network. And when you go from doctor to doctor, you got to get referrals. Okay. And then we're going to be the ones who, whether approve or disapprove what kind of care you're going to get. It doesn't matter if your physician says you need this test. We're going to decline that. And by the way, you're out of pocket now for that procedure. That doesn't go towards your annual copayment. So, sorry, you're out of luck. But don't worry, we'll give you a gym membership and a bus ride when you need it. Okay, so turn over your Social Security to us, and then, Uncle Sam has to pay the insurance company now. You give up everything.
See, now Lon says this, and I used to think that too. But wait till you get into your 60s.
You don't want to, Lon. You don't want to.
And see if you still say the same thing.
Look, I'll tell you this, Lon. Maybe you do want to. But if you do want to, make sure it's something you want to do.
Yeah, well, if he loves what he does.
Yeah,
have a plan into retirement too. What the F do you think you're going to do now?
If you love what you do, why would you stop?
Yeah, exactly. Unless they force you to, and hey, some jobs they force you to. You can only.
I'm still twice as loud as Tom.
They put you out to pasture.
I'm still twice as loud as Tom.
Or am I as loud as Bill?
I'll get away from the microphone. Is that better? Perhaps I should back up. Hello. How's that? Sound good? I don't mean to be twice as loud as Tom. I have to make up for smarts, by being louder.
Yeah, you're twice as loud, but Tom talks twice as long. So it all works out.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Jim. Okay.
That's wrong.
Mom definitely gave me the gift of gab, Jim.
No, that's why I invite you on. That's awesome. I knew you'd have an interesting story in that whole dome thing and like that. I want to do that now.
But you're a man of knowledge. You have experience, so it's worth listening to.
I appreciate that.
Suck up.
That felt very good, by the way, Lon.
No.
If you notice,
like that two-word
wiggle. It was just that sensation I got up my back end there. So,
Lloyd, good job. You just need 2 words to contribute, and you nailed it.
He nailed it right there.
He did. Yeah. I'm just angry at them for giving me a raise.
Hey, you know
I
what?
was ready to just give me 3 days.
Abilities are being recognized. Look at it that way. So, grin and bear it, Bill. Grin and bear it.
Okay. I will.
You know what?
I'm actually taking off 4 days in a row, by the way, this week.
Oh, very nice. What are you going to do?
He's going to stream all 4 days.
Just a staycation?
Oh, that's it. Yeah. You know what? Because that's my favorite thing. I love it here. I don't get to spend nearly as much time as I should with my wife and my home. And this is my favorite place to be. And, I'll do stuff. I'm going to actually fly my drone. I was going to do it today, but, I go drive all the way to my dad's. I lay on the concrete. I worked on the bike. Let's go eat.
Bread.
Went to go eat. Came back. Took a nap. We came back and we started working on the Honda Helix. That's a fun little scooter, little 250. And I was like, Dad, what? It's when you start the bike up and you smell varnish, how old was that gas you put in the bike? He goes, I don't know what's wrong with it. It ran great when I got it here. He filled up with gas that was in a can that sat in the garage for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, he didn't put stable in it or anything? Nothing?
No, it was lawnmower gas, and he doesn't mow his lawn anymore. So it just was
see
just
that
gas.
coming.
Just sit. Well, I used to have a 56 Ford, and I put gas in there. This is not a 56 Ford. You can't, and it's not the gas from back then. This is ethanol. It separates, and you get into with alcohol and water, and you can smell the varnish as the bike's. Such a shame. That gives me something else to fix. Love him to death, but his thinking's. I don't know. It's good I have an excuse to see him all the time because I'd be too lazy to actually do it. We got a link. We got a picture. What do we got, Tom?
Just a quick little, flight I took yesterday.
God bless you, Jim.
Just a few seconds here, that's all, because I haven't put anything together yet. So, but so just a little fly yesterday. Yeah, just for now. Just a tease, that's all.
I was gonna say you tease you. Who's here going to spin up? That's what Joe, my kumba, my paisan, wants to know who's going to spin up.
Timing's off, so no, I won't be.
I'm too far away.
Can't afford it.
I bought the ticket, but I won't be going.
Did the same thing. Bought the ticket, I gave the ticket away. Not going.
Oh, I keep the ticket because that way at least I'm in the drawing. I do that every year. I just
I didn't think about that. Oh crap!
Yeah,
Good idea.
I'm taking it back now.
Sucker.
yeah.
Nah, I
That's the
gave
reason.
it. Angie's a sweet girl. I gave it.
JDS.
Well, yeah, Angie.
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
She really wants to go.
And she's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that it doesn't get wasted.
Yeah,
That's
love her to death. And no, at least somebody gets to take advantage of it. I'm not selfish like some people.
But if she wins the big prize, the biggest one off of your ticket, you're really going to be kicking yourself. Yeah,
I'm happy.
I buy tickets every year simply because that helps offset, because the chances of me being able to go is,
No, people
his
said,
cost, yeah.
if you're not going to go, he'll give you your money back. I said, no, wasn't going to do that. I mean, all the work and effort he puts into it, he really, really works hard on that. So, and he has to deal with Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could he be any more in the way?
It's funny to say that because he couldn't be a nicer kid. So that's why that's funny. But,
Chris just needs to eat some more meat because he's too skinny as it is.
Yeah, and then we
Some more meat. You mean more than none?
Chris up here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's tough to find fattening lettuce.
Yeah, I know.
Chris, you got to come up to the panel at some point.
Yeah.
Is it in the contract? Is it in the contract you can't, or what?
We're equal opportunity for vegans. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, JDS is here. You're first, huh?
Yes.
Bet you was first.
He came on as a guest for Gary and I one time, so he's not camera shy.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Chris, were you on this stream once?
I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Mike, that was your suggestion? Okay, that's cool. Because I wanted to let somebody have it. That's nice. By the way, I sent you a link. How come you're not up here talking? Mike. Mike.
What?
I wish I could go though. I had a really, really good time when I went. I've only been to one. I went to the last one. And I really am glad I did. I mean, they work hard. They do a great job. It was really worth going.
Yeah.
You were on the stream once. I thought so.
Missed that.
I'll have to look through the records and make sure. I'll play the film back.
Got to bring it up. It's got to be in your best of reel.
I need to do a best of reel.
Come and join us.
Gary says he can't go to Spin Up covering a charity event that day. That excuse seems a bit stilted.
Ah,
You know, hey. He,
it's a Guinness World Book of Record charity event thingy.
Mm.
Cool Cat wants to be. You can be on the panel now. You can be on the panel anytime you like. We friend me on
look at this
Facebook.
crowd. Look at this crowd. We are an equal opportunity. Okay. Stream.
Yeah,
Friend me
you
on
guys let
Facebook.
me on here. Anybody can come on.
Well, Lloyd, I bring you on because you're an interesting, nice fella, and you say things sometimes once in a blue moon. Say something.
I was just waiting for Tom to wind down.
Yeah.
That's hey, just take up. I need to breathe occasionally. So, get in there.
See, Chris, I'm the exact opposite. When I want to fall asleep and Tom keeps on talking, it's like, yeah,
Thank you,
helps.
Chris. Yeah. Now it's my ASMR contribution to you, Don. Okay.
It's your voice is so mellifluous.
Mellifluous. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Mellifluous, yeah,
Yes.
mellifluous.
Mellifluous. Yep.
Oof.
Honey.
Speaking of that, who's attracted to Maleficent? Anyway, Sunrise Water Media. I'm trying to fall asleep, but Tom keeps
See
talking.
that?
What a
that?
compliment! Because you're that interesting.
Don't you understand? Bill kept me on here as a filler, or
Same here, Trevor.
he meant to say filler. I'm taking it that way. He did say something about fluffer, but he did, he did say he needed somebody to fluff the content. Or
All right, have you?
I took it as meaning some filler. So I just have to, unless it means something else I don't know about. So
Have you ever emailed me before? Have you ever won anything where you emailed me? And if you haven't, email me. I'm going to throw it in for a moment. Bill. That's my name, Bill. At spelling my own first name, and it's 4 letters. CONSUNG.com. There's my email address. Email me, and I will send you a link anytime you like to come on. I'm not throwing it in the chat anymore. There's negative effects.
Yep, I know that.
Did you write it down yet?
Yeah, you don't want to get unwanted spam like emails on how to make your penis grow.
Hmm.
Is there a way to do that?
Yeah. Well,
Forward that to me.
I just get my first wife to forward it to you because she keeps sending them to me.
Come on, she knew how to make your penis grow.
What worries me is, I used to get all those emails from Viagra and all that shit. I don't get those anymore. It's like, do they know?
Now you
something
really
I
need it.
don't?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're stiffing you?
No,
Yeah.
they're limping me.
where is the rim shot? We need the rim shot sound effect. So
Every week I regret the fact that I don't have a rim shot sound effect. And every week I don't get one.
You could
And they're like,
go and download one now.
Justin back.
who did that? That was good. I heard that. Is that you, Jim?
Yeah.
Can you send that to me?
Sure, I can.
Do that, please. That's what I want.
Well, you don't want much then, do you, Bill?
What? I want help from my friends. I could buy with a little help from my friends.
Boing.
I'm going to try with a little help from my friends.
From my
All right. We could take that silly comment. What is this about? Put a 400-pound weight or wicket. Looks like weight.
Well, I think that's what he was going for.
Wicket. Nuggets. Okay.
Yeah, I got an email saying that you could have an erection in just 2 hours. And it's like, I had shopping to do.
Yeah.
So I had to stay home. I didn't know if I was going to get one or not, so I had to stay home.
Well, go to Walmart. There's probably something there that'll give you an erection.
I don't know. I think going to Walmart gives you the opposite effect.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
thinking.
it
Same
is.
thing.
I don't know. There's
nice
generally a lot of
kids.
half-naked women there. I'm just
if you're
saying.
into people
Well,
watching,
maybe that's
it
your
is a freak
Walmart,
show.
but it definitely ain't the Walmarts around here.
Mm.
Well, I mean, you know what? I didn't say quality. You know, I just availability.
Everybody at the Walmart in Brampton here doing the dance of the seven veils.
Mm.
I mean, you can go to a bowling alley. There's
Everybody got
women
that.
there.
I don't know. Bowling alleys, don't they have dress codes?
No, it's only
You
the
don't
shoes
have
they
people
care
going
Not
about.
at
to
all.
bowling alleys in
No,
the
it's
Bahamas.
only the shoes they care about.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, you got to wear shoes when you bowl. That's the thing.
Yeah, they want that revenue, most definitely.
No, it's not just the revenue. It's actually an insurance.
No, I
thing.
know it's the
It's an insurance. It's an insurance thing.
and it's also
Yeah.
to keep the lanes proper.
Of course, and people are supposed to slide a little when they bowl. If they don't, if you're wearing sneakers, you don't slide. You come to a dead stop, and you end up in your face.
There
Yeah,
was
when
a
you're, when you're,
16
you know,
pounder on the
freaking
end of
bowling
the
alley
arm,
I
you
went
can
to
hurt
in
somebody.
Arkansas a few years ago for our company was doing a thing, and we went to this bowling alley. They had shoes and everything, but their lanes were just sticky, and you could not slide at all with their shoes.
Well,
yeah. Well, they
what's going on
don't
in that
care. But if
Well,
if you end up trying to sue them, they'll say you had the equipment on. I mean,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
And
I mean, we actually.
my
And
leg was
I'm not
so
just
sore,
saying that we do a really good job on our lanes.
Yeah, yeah, they have to be
yeah,
properly
my
maintained.
left leg the next day I could hardly
I'll
walk
be back in just a moment, guys.
because
Oh yeah, your knees end up
taking that
killing you.
impact.
Your knees kill you. That dead stop stuff. No good.
Mhm.
Who's leaving?
Oh, Lloyd just had to take off. for
Lloyd
just a
just
minute.
going off for a sec.
Grumpy's got to go empty his bladder. No, the other bladder.
Is this up, Lloyd?
Mm.
We knock on the wall on the stall next to you. Does that help? Tap your foot 3 times.
Yeah, raising kids, you try to escape to the bathroom.
You don't want
And
to do that.
that's
in
when
a
they're
truck stop,
that's when they're
though.
knocking on the door constantly. Okay, daddy. No, this is daddy's safe zone. Get the fuck away from the door.
I took a leak this morning and I didn't close the door all the way. The 2 dogs came in and just sit there staring at me.
Yeah, I have that
Yeah,
problem.
well, dog's timing is always impeccable. You know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You
Oh, I
mean
can take. Oh, let me take my email
Be
out.
able
before I
to go to
forget.
the bathroom without dogs?
It's
Oh, I almost banned myself. Hold on a second.
well, a friend of mine has a husky. So
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Michael.
Hey, Bill. Dominic, how y'all doing?
Good,
Michael.
good,
What's
good.
that?
Hello, Mike.
Man,
Good to see you.
good to see you. What's been up?
Look at that greeting.
All right, I'm gonna check my email. All right. Here we go. Oh, new window. Gmail. There he is, Michael. Another Michael.
Oh, hell.
Not another Michael.
Hey, Michael's my favorite brother. So
I'm just saying, can we get a whole panel full of Michaels?
yeah, why not? That's
We could do that. Yeah.
Michael night.
Michael Knight.
Well, if you feel like coming on tonight, I just sent you tonight's link.
Michael Knight
Different
wasn't he
league,
Knight
yeah,
Rider?
boy.
I'm gonna make a new folder. How do you do that with Gmail?
New
Well,
folder.
Don, did you see your
Lon.
lift today?
Yeah, Lon, don't let us hold you up, man. And please, don't keep us in mind either.
Yeah. Feel free to wank away at your own time.
But make sure you leave a like before you leave. Okay?
What?
Got to read the chat occasionally. And if you're not reading Lon's chat,
Okay.
then you don't know what the letter's coming from YouTube.
Cool cat with another excuse not coming on.
Yeah,
It's not
another excuse.
this week. It's next week.
Another excuse.
There you go.
Yeah.
But at least now you've got his email, so you can send it for next week when
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else will come up.
Yeah.
Just make a label panel. And
Yeah, mailing list.
Not on his own tonight, so he's entertaining.
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Don't let
Yes.
us get in your way.
Well,
No, that's all right.
Isn't he over in Europe?
what the hell is he doing watching us?
Yeah, isn't he in Europe? Isn't it like 4 in the morning over there?
Yep. It is
Entertaining watching us.
4:23 in the morning in the UK.
Do we have any lurkers out there we'd like to say hi to?
Yes. Hello to Barkley.
Hey, Barkley.
We all know he's going to be lurking somewhere.
Did that work? Oh, panel. There it is. And there's Michael Thompson. Oh, I created something. Oh, there you go. I figured it out. Just like that. Very
Just
cool.
like that.
Just like that. Now I will remember to. No, I won't. Now I'll remember to send you a link that you can ignore and not come on.
SWMBO.
I think your frickin' Giants are going to beat the Bills tonight.
Get the hell out of here. No way. I didn't even bother to look. Are you kidding?
Oh, no. Buffalo did take the lead, but they're certainly not going to cover the spread.
That's a little bit disturbing.
14-9 Buffalo.
But a minute 45 left to go, and they got the ball. Yeah, of
They were,
course.
they were
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
9-7.
Are they?
I took the Bills, but I'm going to lose the spread.
Oh, no.
Well, hey, Danny Dimes is going to get the ball back with about a minute and a half on the clock. He's going to do it, right?
Should.
It's going to go long.
He sucks.
What's he gonna do?
When you live in a shoe, shit in the shoe and send it to Waterloo.
Why did you make me look at this? Now I got to. All right, I'm closing it.
Shit, the fucking
Uh-huh.
Jets beat the Eagles today. Ooh.
They did?
No kidding. Did they really?
Yeah,
No.
they did.
What?
Yeah, 2014.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Who died on the Eagles?
I'm completely surprised.
What the hell happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
The hell? Oh my God, the chat's going crazy.
14 points, and then
Yeah, going off.
the Jets scored in the second.
Getting off.
Scored 9. Yeah, the Raiders won today.
Steve
too.
Winwood.
The Raiders beat the Patriots 21-17.
Lon, different strokes for different folks, my friend.
Exactly.
You know.
I think that was key for them picking up Garoppolo.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I think you'd be surprised what women like.
They got a long road. They got to keep it together. I'm not hopeful for a hometown Super Bowl. Okay, I have to be realistic.
Well, not
So,
this
see
year.
what happens. Not this year. Not this year. But yeah, so we have Formula One coming in 2 weeks. So they've actually beginning tomorrow morning. They're closing off a couple more roads
Yeah.
right along the strip. So, but we'll be left with 250 mile an hour blacktop.
Yeah, Mike, I was surprised. He had the Niners choked tonight. They're still probably the best team in football. Right? Well, one of the top 3 anyway. Let's not talk football.
Well, you were looking
sorry.
for topics to talk about.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Nobody wants to
I
talk
know.
about football. Mike, how are you? How's
I'm
Texas
doing
doing?
good. Well, I've been watching the Rangers take over the Astros tonight, 2-0. You know,
Baseball.
There's always a big
Yeah.
rivalry between Texas and
Yeah,
Houston.
just
It's
Yeah.
ongoing. They call it
Yeah.
the Silver Boot every time we play them this year in the season. And,
Division
they
championship.
took them tonight.
Yeah.
Play again tomorrow night. Same time the Cowboys will be playing, the Rangers will be playing.
Yeah, that's right.
a plethora
You
of
know,
Texas.
Ropers are playing tomorrow night.
San Diego and Dallas tomorrow night. Football.
Damn.
Rangers and Astros. Same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I can't not watch this now. The Bills scored all 14 points in the fourth quarter. This is like the definition of choke. And oh my God, another game without a passing touchdown. Do you know that Danny Dimes has got 2 touchdowns in 6 games so far?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
In 6 games, and both of them were in the second game.
The New York curse.
Oh, he sucks. I'm sorry. I don't care. You know what? People can argue with him.
payrolls. You got payrolls that are ridiculous, but
People can argue with him all day long, but it's the line's fault. It's his fault. He's not a leader. He sucks. He's a quality backup. That's all he is.
no, but we'll stick with them and lose some more games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then as a result,
Meanwhile, people paying $20,000 or more for season tickets.
More,
Yeah.
please. But you're talking the New York metropolitan area. They're paying a fortune over there. But
I put my name in like 30 years ago on the list to get season tickets.
it's tough. It's tough.
Kind of a
It really
joke.
is,
Kind of a joke. I have an uncle that had season tickets since like the 70s, and never took me to a game. He just died recently. Too bad. Anyway, let me see. 14.
I like going to minor league ball games. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, we have minor league hockey out here. We have the Henderson Silver Knights, so they're a farm system of Vegas, and so those are fun. And then we have the Aviators up at Las Vegas Ballpark. Seats right behind home plate, 5 rows up, 2 rows above the radar guy, and they were like $38 a piece. So, and a great game, a lot of fun during the game because they do a lot of stuff in between innings and stuff. So, and the ballpark has a pool. So they have, I think it's something like 50 guests that can pay for pool tickets, and the pool itself is in left field. And you can watch the game from the pool. The pool has its own little cabana and concession. So
And everybody pees in it.
yeah, it'd be really embarrassing if they put that dye in there.
That's bullshit. That's all old wives' tale. And trust me, my old wife had a tail.
Yours too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one that had that issue.
No.
Negative.
I think we all do.
Yep.
She carried around a
Took me a
pitchfork.
couple times to get it right.
So the Giants had the ball 2nd and 5 at the Buffalo 40.
Mm.
My God. Like Eli would win this game right now.
Yeah.
He would.
No, I mean, they kept them scoreless through 3 quarters.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Then they realized, what the hell's going on? We're not supposed to win.
Yeah, typical New York team. I look at the New York Mets, and you either play a good front season or a good back season after the All-Star game. You never put the two together. Okay.
Are you watching the game on TV on the computer, Bill?
No, on the computer. It's giving me updates.
Just the updates. Okay.
It's 1st and 10 on the Buffalo 32. They're actually moving the ball. 32 seconds.
Yeah.
Interception or fumble coming up soon.
Come on.
Yeah.
Or a missed field goal.
No, the field goal won't. They need 5 to tie. 14-9.
Well, you know, maybe they can't do addition. I don't know.
The refs have been shit. Yeah, but you know what? Even giving up 14 in the fourth quarter, they've only given up 14. You need your O to actually do something. I say 9 is just pathetic.
Yeah, they put up a field goal. They put up a field goal. Okay, excuse me, sorry, and but you know, back-to-back touchdowns by Buffalo. You know, if they chew up the clock, New York's got to struggle. You're never in control of your own destiny if you're a New York fan.
Hey, Don, I got something to show you.
Not on my stream.
Fire.
Not on my stream, okay?
Yesterday. I was in Houston. I saw about 80% of it. So I've never seen a crescent shaped sun before.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was neat.
2nd and 10 with 9 seconds left on the 15-yard line.
I thought about heading down to Arkansas to see it, but
Yeah. That was
we only
that was
had
in San Antonio.
like,
that was.
there will be another one next year.
Yeah.
Next October.
Again, right in the middle of San Antonio and Planko. We're 100% there.
Yep.
Well done.
it's east of it, isn't it? The one that's coming up, because this one we got like, you know, anywhere between 50 to 60%.
Yeah, this one was the Ring of Fire.
On the southern fringe.
Yeah, it's a Ring of Fire.
The one that's coming up in spring will be a
Right.
total eclipse.
Total.
Yeah, the
And
one
that'll be in
during the
Then
South
next
Fork.
October, there will be another Ring of Fire.
Yeah, and the one in April in San Antonio area is 100% eclipse. I mean, we're dead
Yep.
center.
It's coming up
Right,
straight
right.
San Antonio,
Coming right
Dallas, through Arkansas. Going to cut just a corner of Missouri.
Right.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Ouch.
That's cool.
Was that
That's
after a
neat.
spicy?
It's
Was that
neat.
after a spicy quesadilla?
I've had a burning ring of fire. Yes.
Make a run for the border.
No, burning ring of fire. Okay, 9 seconds. Come on, Joe's updating us faster than the app is. 15-yard line, just to get these fans all excited. And just,
I mean, they don't even have to make an extra point, but you know,
no, they just need to get it in the end zone.
that's it.
They're on the 10-yard line. 2 seconds left.
Don, get out of the closet.
So one throw into the end zone.
It can't be that hard.
Did you just come out of the closet, Don?
Yep.
Attaboy.
He's probably in there looking for fish.
Probably trying to draw them offline, right? You know, offsides right now. Come on. You can do
Oh,
it.
hell, he got a Rubik's Cube.
Yep. I got something to fidget with.
Yeah, I don't want him. You know what? I don't want him to win. Because then it'll be, oh my God, Danny Dimes, he won it with the pressure on at the last second. Oh, and it'll be,
Stopped right before the goal line.
Is that what happened? Seriously, it's over?
I'm looking at the
Timeouts left?
looking at
Ring
it
the
right-
bell.
Flag. Uh-oh.
incomplete pass into the end zone.
Flag.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Interference in the end zone.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Ooh, pass interference.
They don't deserve it. And I'm a fan.
1st and 10 on the one with 2 seconds.
Are you shitting me? Are they going to win this game? I got to go to the bathroom.
No, you're shitting us if you're going to the bathroom.
Last play. Here we go. Over.
Bang. Missed it.
Of
Incomplete.
course.
Game over.
Game over.
Anticlimactic ending is the life of
Yeah.
a Giants fan.
14-9.
Buffalo wins.
Buffalo wins.
Typical,
Yeah. Anticlimactic
typical
endings. That's,
Giants
that's
performance.
the life of a Giants fan right there.
Big D
Thank
there.
That's why I can easily embrace the Vegas Raiders. Okay, so kind of in the same boat there.
Don, do you really know how to fix those things?
Yeah,
Good for you.
this one is so. This is like an old one with the stickers, though. It's really super stiff and all. It's really hard to turn.
I know everyone I've ever played with, like you see these like that, they just flick it and it goes. Like,
All that extra effort you have to put
Something
into that,
seconds.
Don. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen.
You've never seen what? Somebody do
No,
that?
I've never seen one that just twirls so easily like they do when they're going for world records. It's like just flick it and they spin. Yeah, cool cat. I put Vaseline on other things other than my cube.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anything with an edge, I try to keep it off.
Oh my. All right. Giants lost. No surprise. They covered the spread. Why is this bothering me? I don't even care. I'm going to go use the restroom now.
A legitimate pee break.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any other
I
videos?
drank 2/3 of a bottle of bourbon tonight. What's that?
Do we have any other videos to see tonight?
Nobody gave me a link. I
Anybody?
didn't make any videos today. I was gonna put the Mini 2 up. So it's still relevant. The Mini 2. I think I'll do
Yeah.
that.
Windy as hell up here the last couple of days.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show relevance in the mini drone market. The Mini
Yes.
2 still
Yes.
runs.
I'm over the mini drone market.
Sorry, Mike. What?
I say I'm over the minis.
What are you flying, Mike?
Got Air 3 and an Air 2S.
Good night, Gary.
I love my
Good night,
F3.
Gary.
Not Gary.
Thank you for working so hard, Gary.
One of these days I might move up to the Mavic line, but I doubt it. A little bit out of my price range.
I like what I'm getting out of the Air 3. I'm very impressed with it. So
Oh yeah, I'm loving
I'm
the Air
enjoying the heck
3.
out of it.
You just bought one, what, Mike? A Mini 2? Good for you. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
They were on special.
Were they for what?
I think it was $199. I said,
That's
For what?
What?
To me, that's an accomplishment.
Mini 2?
Don,
Don, you're
Yeah.
the greatest.
Don
Don.
you're
John, what a beautiful cube you have.
Don.
No. I mean, what did you get for $199? Just the drone only? Battery?
You know,
Something?
Clearance.
That's pretty damn cheap.
Get your clearance.
Must be Australian dollars.
All right, so it was probably what, the single battery drone. But still, what a deal.
With an in, yeah.
one
I
pack
sold my
One
Mini
pack and a
2 my
controller,
Mini
yep.
3 Pro
Yeah, that's a hell of a deal.
in order to get my Air 3.
I mean, the controller itself's $100.
Yeah.
That's wow. We should be talking about stuff like that. What kind of hairs on my nose? What kind of deals can we get on drones today? The Mini 2. That's a bargain. I paid $600 for my Fly More.
Mm.
Yeah, I did too back in the day.
Oh, I got it when they first came out.
I need more Avada batteries.
How many do you have?
3.
3. You need 5.
Yeah.
5 is good.
You always need 5.
What?
There isn't a drone. There isn't a drone I own that I don't have at least 5 batteries.
Wow,
The most I have is 3.
the case you've got, or the case that I've got, has got room for, well, technically one more, but you could put one in the drone
In it.
there. So
Yeah. Yeah, just don't connect the cable in the back. That's all.
yeah,
Lock it in place.
I didn't even see Kenny in here. Hi, Kenny.
yeah. There's
Ken
a video.
put something up. So
He's got a video. We're going to show a video. Hooray!
Yay.
show.
Video killed the radio star.
You know, that was the very first video ever.
On MTV.
Yep.
Only in America. The very first video shown in MTV Europe was "I Want My MTV."
Oh, who cares? No, that's great.
Hey, I'm a
Um,
nerd. I know all kinds of stuff. "I Want My MTV."
Oh,
You know where that came from?
what?
It came from
I Want My
Money for
MTV.
Nothing.
No, where'd that come from?
It came from an old advertising. It was an advertising campaign because the California cable stations didn't want to buy it, so they created this campaign. But they based it on the old "I Want My Maypo" commercials.
Very true. But what made it? What really made it famous is the question. When it wound up in a rock song by Dire Straits.
Right. Money for nothing.
Money for nothing.
And your chicks for free. I had MTV when it first came out. Did you know it was no commercials, 24-hour videos
Yep.
with VJs interspace VJs.
Yeah.
And they invented that term. And it was $1 a month. It was $1 a month on your cable bill. So and back then my cable bill with the $1 a month was like $14 a month.
Yeah.
Them's was the good old days. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Place it here.
MTV, we lived on it.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Nut shot. Full speed.
Yeah, baby.
Sure enough.
Yeah, baby. There you go. Motion controller. Look at that.
I don't think that's an Nevada.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I was hoping for a nut shot.
It said worst attempt.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I mean, the
I
whole.
mean, the way it was rocking back and forth, it wasn't inspiring confidence.
Well, it was probably so windy, and that was just like one of those little mini, whatever they were.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll go along with that. Why not? What the hell?
There we go.
Howdy, Lord.
Mike,
How you doing?
how you doing? Oh, I'm doing
Good.
good. How about you?
Doing great. Doing great. I team won tonight.
Not 7.
I had to run in there. I was sitting here during this, and I have a monitor over here, and I saw that my wife was getting up and needing some. She was struggling to get up, so I had to run in there and take care of her. So now I'm good to go.
Understand.
Good. Bill went for a pee break.
I understand that. Oh,
Just in case you wanted to wonder.
yeah, well, I figured something like that. I have been building my first ventriloquist dummy, and for the control stick, the head stick, you have lines that run up into the head that make it do its various things, and I needed something for the trigger to go into the head stick. Well, Judy likes banana popsicles, and we eat those like crazy, and we go through about 2 bags of 18 a week. So anyways, I got to look at those
An
popsicle
addiction.
sticks, and I thought, it really is. I got to looking at that, and I thought, I wonder if I glued those together and sanded them. And so that's what I did. I
Mhm.
glued them together, sanded them, and then I cut that in half, and that's one half of that will be the control stick for the trigger. So I'm recycling popsicle
Yeah.
sticks.
And did you say head?
Huh? Yeah,
Did
yeah. It's called. Yes, it's called a head stick. Yes, I know. I didn't even think what I said until I was like, yeah.
I don't get it. What's funny about the words head stick?
Yeah, well.
Tell your story, Lloyd. Don't listen to him.
No, I was just telling them that I'm
No perverts
building
up
a.
there.
Yeah, I know. I'm building a ventriloquist dummy, and it's got a 3D printed head, and been working on it for a while.
And the
But
head
I'm
is
to
on
the
a
point-
stick.
Now,
Yeah, it's on a stick, and I need triggers for that to make the mouth move and make the eyes go back and
Eyes
forth,
move
and
back and forth.
the
You
eyebrows
need
go up
to,
and
you
down.
need to
Lloyd.
trigger your head stick. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
as
So I
an
made it out of
aficionado-
popsicle sticks.
as an aficionado of the allied arts, the magic and ventriloquism and all that, shouldn't you be calling it a ventriloquist figure and not dummy?
Yeah. Some people prefer that, but they're snobs.
It's
Well,
you
they're
don't
not
want to
just
be
snobs. They're
derogatory.
snobs.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Ventricular figure.
derogatory, Lloyd.
Yeah,
You schnob.
yeah, I know. They
Head is my trigger.
they actually prefer to be called wooden Americans.
Is that it?
Good one.
Yeah, but anyway, so I've recycled these popsicle sticks and I'm using those for the triggers, and
Okay.
I split this in half and then drill a hole through the round it in, put it inside the
Mm-hmm.
3D printed stick that I got, run a
It from.
brass pin through there, and there you go. And so there's a lot of work to those things, trying to figure out the mechanics, and I'm not mechanically inclined, so
Now-
that makes it worse.
Are you putting the return spring in the head or on the trigger?
It'll be in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have the spring for the. I'm going to have self-centering eyes. The mouth will have its own spring, and then the eyebrows, which will go up and down, will have a spring as well. So, but yeah, that's a lot of work. I just didn't realize how
How
much
many-
until I
how many
started into
hours-
this.
Yeah, how many hours do you think you're going to wind up investing in it?
Well, let's see. In the print time, it took for the main part of the head, just the main upper jaws and all that, not counting the skull cap in the back.
I can see
That
that,
was
Mike.
that was a 2-day print. That took 2 days to print out on a 3D printer. Then the skull cap was another 5 or 6 hours. So, we're talking 48, 50. Yeah, we're talking probably 60 hours just in print, all together, all the different parts.
So your dummy had
Then-
a dislocating jaw for head.
Yeah.
Okay.
You print the jaw separate, and so I know. Yeah, I'm probably going to have, not counting the 3D print, I'm probably going to, because I work on it every day, a little bit of time. Probably about 75 hours into it, just doing the assembly part and the skull, because there's some sculpting, because I use wood epoxy putty around the eyes to give them wrinkles, and and I look at a mirror, so I look at my eyes to see how bad they look, and that's the way I make them look. So
It's a hobby inside a hobby.
it is, yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of
Like
figure
a
builders,
nesting doll hobby. I like that.
yeah. Well, a lot of figure builders started out as ventriloquists, and they couldn't afford
Oh, you a snob
$3,000
now,
for a
Lloyd?
good.
You just said figure builder.
Yeah, I
You
know.
caught that, huh?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
be a snob, Lloyd.
A lot of the dummy builders.
I wonder if that was a thing back in the day, because I wanted to be a ventriloquist too.
All
That is-
boys did.
I had a
think
Charlie
everybody
Charlie McCarthy
Charlie
doll,
McCarthy, right?
and I had a Knucklehead Smith doll.
Of a
Yeah.
certain
Right.
age, all boys went through the be a ventriloquist or be a magician.
Yeah.
No, I did the
Or
magician
both.
thing too.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Some had dummies and some went to sock puppets.
God, we were just weird as hell, weren't we?
Yeah.
Geeky. And
Yeah, the dummy will come with
did you have an
smoker's
erection
top.
set?
Of course.
Yes,
Did you have a
Yeah.
did you have a chemistry set?
Oh,
of
definitely.
course.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
God, we just lived all through
And
just
did you have the
parallel lives.
electronics kit, the 101 projects in one electronics kit?
The Heath kits.
Yeah.
Heath.
Yeah, I
Heath
remember
kit
that
was
too.
awesome.
Remember Heath?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who didn't make a crystal radio?
My
I had
son,
Candle.
Oh yeah.
got him one, and the only one we could find, it now has components. You don't actually have remember the old springs and you'd run the wires and stuff. Now it has components that you just plug.
Yeah.
And it's pre-built stuff, and it's like, where is the building part of that?
Right.
bothers me.
Let alone
Yeah,
let alone the learning part.
Yeah.
Understand
Yeah.
why
Everything's plugged into a
understand
pre-wired
why it's doing what it's
breadboard.
doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
juggling, who
I bought
juggled?
one. We bought one of
I
those.
used to walk 10 miles
our
in the
son-
snow
grandson.
to my Heathkit store.
Oh, my son is so upset that Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
I
so
used
am
to
I.
love hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio Shack was just a cool place to hang out. You know.
My first good stereo was a Radio Shack. No, it wasn't
Yep.
called radio. What was it called? What did they call their stereos? They had a name brand.
With
Realistic.
the Tandy.
Realistic.
No, it wasn't Tandy. That was the computers. Was it? No, it wasn't realistic either.
Tandy owned.
Optimus or something.
Did
It
it have
was,
an E? It started
was-
with E.
it was really slim and it had silver knob. It was awesome. In fact, I had that back in 1981, and it was 30 watts per channel, which was badass at the time.
Is it realistic?
The sound was really good.
Realistic.
might
Yeah,
have
it was.
been-
I thought it was. Yeah.
It might have been Realistic. Realistic was a brand of theirs, and that was back when I was watching MTV for $1 a month. Back then, wicker furniture was a thing. Waterbeds was a thing. God, I'm just reliving my early life.
Yeah, you're dating yourself there, Bill.
Yeah, whatever happened to waterbeds?
Well,
Right.
they're still out there, but yeah,
I had all those things. I had the waterbed. I had the
one mishap kind of turns your nose up the other way on it.
Yeah, I had a
I
waterbed
never had a
mishap.
mishap with my waterbed.
I had wicker furniture and a waterbed and a lot of sex.
Oh.
And in fact, I even had a wicker floor. I used to get like these wicker squares, and you actually, instead of a carpet, it was it was kind of wicker. Does that sound familiar to any of you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still remembering back in the waterbed.
Futons were a big deal too. I lived on a futon for a while.
Papazons.
Yeah, I was thinking Papazon chairs.
Yeah, we had
one.
I remember a call in an apartment that was unheated up in Washington Heights, and what happened was the waterbed froze, and popped a couple of seams, and they didn't realize that until they came back after a couple of days away from the apartment, only after having the ceiling collapse on their neighbors on the floor below them. So yeah, waterbed incidents were quite common, we'll say.
I got
Yeah,
trapped. in a
I had
mattress.
lots of incidents on my waterbed. I loved it. It was awesome.
Memories you cherish.
I have good memories of waterbed.
Yeah. One thing you don't want to do is get that mattress going from side to side real bad because that
Well,
you know,
no, I mean they had different waterbeds. I mean they had waterbeds with
that could
chambers.
be
in them.
dangerous.
They had
Yeah.
chambers which would minimize the flow.
Yep.
The,
You don't want to get
different
soft-sided.
levels. The first level obviously was the empty water bladder, which would just rock like a son of a bitch. And then they had one that had fiber. It was like full of like a fiber, like plastic fiber, and it would slow it down some. And then they had the chambers. Yeah, no, I was really into it at the time. Just saying. This is one of the reasons I don't like cats. Cats will destroy your waterbed.
Get yourself a nice large girlfriend, and you get the waterbed effect. Anyhow.
Waterbed effect, yeah.
That is one good thing about having waterbed is because get yourself
Letting
a
it
good,
do the work
big
for
size
you.
girl. You always roll towards her.
It was a skill having sex on a waterbed. You had to time it just for, Yeah, I had to time it. You're laughing at me. It was the truth.
I remember.
I
It was the truth.
And if you have music during sex,
and all these things were kind of cool. But don't forget, all this stuff was really cheap. Waterbeds were cheap. Wicker furniture was cheap. Wicker flooring was cheap. All this stuff, so you could be cool and not spend a lot of money.
You can still buy waterbeds.
Yeah, I saw.
Not around here. I looked. I think there might be one waterbed store in the entire state of Florida.
Yeah, remember there used to be a waterbed store
With
every 10
thermostats
miles.
and everything, all the bells and whistles.
Well, that was invented. That was originally invented to help alleviate bed sores for people in hospitals. I mean, there was a real use for waterbeds.
Orthopedics,
absolutely.
And a lot of people hated waterbeds because they never gave them a chance. Because the first week or two that you slept on those,
You
things,
get nauseous.
and you have a sore
Some
back.
people would get nauseous. Yeah, but some people.
Yeah, instead of being
people
more
had motion
comfortable, it would be really comfortable when you laid in it and it was heated. Of course, all waterbeds are heated, and would just, this is really nice. And then you'd wake up with a sore back in the morning because your body was stiffening up to make up for the fact that the bed didn't support you. But after about a week or two, your body adjusted, and they were just, you'd lay in that thing, you'd fall asleep, and you wouldn't wake up until tomorrow morning.
That always made sense to me. Electricity and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're right. But now they have sensors in the fabric,
right,
to sense your body temperature, and then it regulates. You can regulate your temperature, and it automatically does that. I mean, there's stuff out there, man.
Yeah, there's nothing worse crawling into waterbed in the middle of winter. You crawl in there, and that's when you discover the heater went out. And it's like crawl on top. Yeah, I was like, oh my God, what happened?
I actually remember that happening. The heater would go bad, or the power would go out.
And you don't realize it either.
You put a couple of comforters on top, and you're okay. That's all.
Oh, and this
break out the
smell of
sleeping
water
bag
when you did your biannual water change.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to do that, but you just open it up and you put a little bleach inside the water. But I want a waterbed now. Look what you've done.
I saw one for sale on Facebook Marketplace yesterday. I was just looking through there, and somebody actually had a waterbed. I'm going, really? You're trying to sell a used water? Yeah, I don't think so.
Certain things, please.
Yeah.
Right. Look, I miss one thing about New York. Seeing the old beat up Chevy van going down the block with 11 mattresses on the roof. Okay. And box springs, tied with a couple of pieces of twine. Getting on the Jackie Robinson Expressway. So, yeah.
Or driving with their arm out there holding on to the mattresses they're going down the highway. Yeah.
Yeah. The one sheet of plywood they bought at
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw something like that today. Actually, some guy it was a couple of mattresses. It was actually all mattresses because they were bending, and it was on the fucking Pennsylvania Turnpike going like 65 miles an hour, 70, and it was like this, opened up. It's like, dumbass, tie the front of the mattress so that the whole, And again, that's a skill that you learn when you lived in the 70s.
Yeah.
Or you were poor.
Shit.
And who wasn't?
All struggled at some point.
I want a waterbed now. Who doesn't want a waterbed? Let's look.
$150 for a California King.
What is it?
Well, $170 for a California King on Amazon.
Really? Well, I mean, well, that was the thing. There was not much
frame.
price difference between a twin.
That's just for the
and a
mattress.
king.
That's just for the mattress.
My wife would make me move into my office if I went and bought one of them damn things.
Well, Florida's perfect for waterbeds because, first of all, you just keep the temp down and keep it cool at night. And we're on concrete platforms. There's no basements to worry about the waterbed being so fucking heavy that you have to worry about it going right through the floor.
Yeah. We our houses around here in
The waterway.
Mississippi are on concrete slabs, so
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to worry about them busting through the floor.
No, that's ground floor. But I was telling you that job I went to, that was a fourth floor walk up.
Yeah.
So as the after the water froze and expanded and busted several seams, when it started to melt, the water started to drip right around the bed. Get that moat going. Weaken what shoddy construction there was there, and then it went right through the floor. Actually, nobody hurt, which was good.
That's surprising.
Yeah, just circumstances. They were in the kitchen at the time, so it was a good thing.
Then they got fancy. There was water beds that were they looked like mattresses. They actually were.
They had cylinders in them. Yeah,
water tubes inside of them.
Tubes, right?
Yeah,
and
we
it was
had
only
one of
like
those.
a certain layer of those. Certain segment.
Yeah. We had one that had the tubes that had they were called soft-sided water beds because they had a foam around, and they were inside a mattress cover. You unzip it, put the tubes in there, fill them up, and
absolutely.
Yeah. We had one of those. We had one of those for a long time, and my back got to hurting too bad, and it's just like we got to go to a firmer mattress. So.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about those things was you could build your own waterbed easily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You get your 2x10s.
Be right back.
I'm wondering if my waterbed parts aren't still in my parents' garage up over the rafters.
Yeah, I think I still got the frame to a waterbed out one of my sheds out there.
There's not much to them. You had the frame.
Yeah.
That were held together in the corners by hinges that you could pull the pins out of to pull them apart.
Right.
And just plywood base with little cut corners, just little cut corners out of the bottom, so that you could bring up the
board for the heater.
Right, for the heater, exactly. And the heater would roll out. It was a rectangular plastic pad, and you had your little dial on the side. Yeah, I mean, very, very simple.
I had my first waterbed when I was 6 years old.
Did you?
By accident.
I understood that right away, Jim.
That was an accident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had one when I was 5 on purpose.
An accident?
No, it was on purpose.
On a purpose accident. Okay, got it.
Okay.
And here I was hurrying, trying to get back here in time for the to get into more of the show. And this is what I get. I should have stayed back in where I was at.
Don't be like that, Lloyd.
So I appreciate Don's. I appreciate Don's sense of humor.
Mike wants to know what I'm calling it now. I'm calling it dried out.
What?
My
What's dried
waterbed. My waterbed when I was 6.
Oh, yeah.
It's dried by now.
Well, I would hope so. You stored it with the cap open. They actually used to sell you the water conditioner, and that's all it really was just bleach. Like a mild bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the kits.
My first wife, who was Canadian, by the way, from Hamilton, Canada.
The hammer.
Yeah, baby. That's how I got introduced to waterbeds, was through her. And she had a cat which I dealt with not so well because I'm deathly allergic. That fucking cat would play with the waterbed and dig her claws into it and put little pinholes all over the place. And that's how I learned that you could take crazy glue, which is actually a thing back then. That's how old crazy glue. And that's how you fix the pinhole leaks in your waterbed was crazy glue.
Yeah. I want to tell you a story. It's the first time I was ever around a waterbed. And Judy and I, we had just gotten married, and we went to a hotel, and she went into the shower to get cleaned up for the night, and I was testing it. I was checking out the waterbed, while she was in the shower. Why I wasn't in there with her, I don't know. But anyways, I got to, when I said you don't want to get them sloshing too much because you can get trapped. Well, I get this thing going. The waterbed goes way up on one side, pulls away from the frame on the side I was on. I drop down inside the frame, and then the waterbed rolls over the top of me, and I'm stuck there.
A tsunami.
Yeah, exactly. And Judy comes, and I'm yelling for help, and finally Judy says, "What in the hell is going on?" She, "What in the hell? How the hell did you get stuck there?" And she was such a lightweight. She was like 98 pounds. She didn't have enough. It took me almost an hour to get out of that damn waterbed because I was literally, all I had was my head out front, over the side of the frame. I'm going, yeah.
Are you sure, Lord, are you sure this wasn't one of those quarter 2-bit massage beds that you were talking about?
No, those kind are a lot safer. But don't ever get a waterbed to rocking. I'm telling you, they are dangerous. Yeah, and that is a true story. I'm here to say.
And the bad part about that story is Lloyd was alone in the bed when it happened.
That's the truth. I was. That's sad. That's how sad my life is. Oh.
Yeah, but you could get back in the day. You can get in a complete queen or king size waterbed, frame, mattress, heater for like $300.
Yeah.
Or you could buy a mattress set for $800 back then. Now they're a few grand, and that doesn't include the base or the not the base, but the base and and all this. So you could be cool because I have a waterbed and spend $300, or take a loan out that you paid for 4 years at 27% interest rate to have a Sealy Posturepedic. Just saying.
Well, the other thing you have, a Sealy Posturepedic is way a fraction.
Tom, we can't hear you.
Breaking up.
No, now we can't hear you at all. You just leaned way back away from your mic, and it wasn't picking you up.
Now you're muted.
Muted. Can't hear it. Yeah, you're muted. Unmute.
No sound.
Unmute.
Unmute and StreamYard.
Unmute.
There you go.
There you go.
Do I sound any better?
We can hear
Not
you.
really, but we can hear you.
Yeah, but when you leaned back, I think you just got out of the range of the mic, and it was just cutting out.
Okay.
No, better. No, still, but I can hear you.
It kept.
Now, please tell us your story. It looked interesting.
I completely lost track, man.
That's a sign of old age.
Beds.
This story is brought to you by Ginkgo
The
biloba.
weight. Okay, the weight of waterbeds. I mean, freaking king size waterbed weighs like 1,800 freaking pounds. I mean, you don't realize that. What's a king size mattress and box spring gonna weigh? Okay,
100 pounds, maybe.
Maybe on the high
They
side.
figure
Maybe
8 pounds for a
200.
gallon of water. So
They did weigh a lot, and I still remember back in the day, we actually used to sign leases in apartments where
where they prohibited
and it excluded waterbeds.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because people on these upper floors, those floors, okay, they might handle it. That might be the static load, but the dynamic load on a waterbed, because, like you said, the water shifting, like, okay, that's certain dynamics of physics
Right.
that will increase load bearing issues. So,
Well, see
and
down
then if
here,
you're really getting rocking, yeah.
down here you have the problem of all the rednecks getting water beds in their trailers, and then
Oh,
whole
Jesus
trailers with
Christ.
stuff.
I
A
mean,
water bed in a trailer.
if you got
Back of the
if
van.
you got
what
a
do you mean?
You get like 1x2 floorboard, floor joists. I, or 1x4. They literally have 1x4 floor joists. So no
Yeah,
waterbed.
yeah,
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're not.
No.
Yeah, the water on my RV, if I were to travel with the full tank, which I would never do, is 480 pounds. Okay,
Yep.
but now you're talking about a considerable amount of weight there, and you have to worry about the tongue weight or the saddle weight on the fifth wheel, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah,
see,
trucks.
the period of time we're
full
talking about, I
one-ton
lived in
coolies
Wilkes-Barre,
can't handle it.
Pennsylvania, and back those apartment buildings we lived in there were built, in the 1910s, 1920s, and they were so overbuilt. Even though people worried about it, there was nothing to worry about. They had 2x12 floors. It was.
Yeah, it depends on where they were. It actually depended on where they were and what neighborhoods, right?
In the warehouse, when I've got a skid over 1,800 pounds, I refuse to put it in the air.
I don't blame you
I
there.
don't blame you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just sleep on top of that.
No, I just put them on the lower.
Nose dive real easy with a real heavy
They
pallet.
stay low and let racked. Yeah. No, people don't understand how heavy these things are. Yeah.
It's interesting. For a couple of years, I've been doing this stream, and we never realized we all had this connection.
Waterbed.
The waterbed connection.
Waterbed connection.
Someday we'll find
Amazing. What other connections might we have?
No.
all
Remember,
had
you ruled out. You ruled out whether people were circumcised or not. So you put that one behind you. You put that one behind you.
I'm all about connections.
Yeah.
Bill will hit AM radio, AM transistor radios.
I love my AM transistor.
I still got
When I was a kid.
Snuck that in bed with the earplug. Yeah.
So did I.
I missed my
under
little,
the pillow. The radio.
Yes,
under
I
the
know.
on,
pillow.
maybe not. But
Yeah.
Carry the damn radio around in your shirt pocket. Yeah.
I missed
When the
my little
when the Yankees-
Scooby-Doo
when the
transistor
Yankees-
radio. Picked up
when the
a
Yan-
on the AM and one little plug in your ear, and
Yeah. When the Yankees were on the West Coast, they were on late at night, and it was bedtime. So exactly what I did. My God, another connection. That's exactly what I used to do. I used to take, my grandfather bought me this radio, and it used a 9-volt battery. It was a little transistor AM radio, and I would sneak it under the match, under the pillow,
At a round dial.
with the single earplug, and I would lay with my head on the pillow like this so my parents couldn't see it, and listen to the Yankees game late at night. Wow.
And if you were lucky, you didn't have to put the antenna out too far. So, okay, when you hit it onto the bed.
I don't even know if mine had one.
Then they
AM didn't need
then they got better.
FM needed an
Well,
antenna. AM didn't need it.
I'm a lot older, Bill. So, okay, then they got a little better.
You're not a lot older. How old are you?
Well, 65.
I'm 62.
Well,
You ain't a lot older.
You got
What
a
the
few-
fuck?
So you're gonna collect Social Security or not? You're gonna start now, or you're gonna wait?
63 in April. No, 60. I think I have to wait to 65. Stop bringing that up.
65.
But anyway, but I used to do the exact
You're
same
starting
thing.
to feel the
Because
age.
back in the day, we didn't have the internet to be able to.
No,
I used to
no,
get.
no.
I used to
You
get
would
the
see.
Bergen. I used to get the Bergen Record newspaper in North Jersey.
that
And
was
I
my
couldn't
little
wait.
radio.
Radio.
Couldn't wait to get that
You had a Scooby
newspaper.
radio?
I had a Scooby-Doo radio.
Yep.
That was it right there.
Wow.
That.
I used the reel-to-reel tape recorder before cassettes.
Yep.
I
yep,
started
real.
with
I'm
8 track.
67. So
When we followed sports when I was a kid, could you name again a Yankees fan? I've been bringing this up. In fact, my dad worked in Yankee Stadium when I was born. I would know the entire lineup. I'd know their average.
Batting averages.
I would know everything. I would know their average. I'd know their on base percentage, all that stuff. And every day when the paper came out, I would make sure that I got the sports section and memorize everything that was going on because you couldn't look this stuff up. I knew their record. I knew unbelievable stats because I was really into it. And that's why. And you couldn't record it on television. You couldn't check it up later on the internet. So this is what you had to do. And I think that made me a better person.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it, right?
Yeah, it's the truth. I know the lineup. And it's like, Thurman Munson, has a little tweak in his ankle. He's not going to ball. Oh, okay. So is going to play. They're going to change the lineup. And I'd be right. Be right on it.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed the sport that much better, even when they weren't that good.
Yeah, I was a Mets fan, and just followed them religiously in
Well,
60.
see, I grew up in L.A., so I was a Dodgers fan until I got old enough to know better.
Oh, the Brooklyn Dodgers?
No, the L.A.
LA Dodgers. Yeah, my father was completely dejected because they had left Brooklyn. So as a result, he hated the Yankees.
Dodgers that moved out west. You had the Giants
and
moved
the
out
Giants. I saw my first Mets game at Polo Grounds up in Manhattan, right directly across a bridge from Yankee Stadium. It was actually walking distance. That's where I saw it. My dad took me to my first Mets game there before they opened up Shea Stadium.
Yep.
that's right. I remember going to my first Cowboy game in '63. There were $3 end zone seats. Okay, that's in the old Cotton Bowl.
That
Back in the day.
definitely aging yourself there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was back in the '60s. That's back when football was football. I mean, we knew the players. Loved Joe Namath, Roman Gabriel,
and quarterbacks were open targets.
and you knew all the quarterbacks.
Oh, I used to love watching football back
Orioles,
in the day,
Bart,
in the wintertime, watching them guys.
Bart
sliding
Starr, all the
down
named big
field.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And they stayed with the teams for 10, 12, 14 years.
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
money
they're
thing.
completely different times, and they
It
weren't
is. It
playing.
really is.
They weren't playing for the money they're playing for today.
No,
No,
but back when it was fun. I say.
Well,
I
that's
still enjoy
like
those days.
back in the day, baseball players at the end of the season, they went and worked a regular job.
Oh, Walt Garrison, the Dallas Cowboy, he just passed away 2 days ago.
2 days ago,
And
yeah.
he was in rodeo off season because Tom Landry did not want him to do rodeo during the season.
Yep.
He outlawed it, but off season, he thought rodeo was safer than football.
Yep.
And he passed away 2 days ago, 79 years old.
I actually saw him riding a rodeo. I was at a rodeo that he rode in, and
I've bet it before, but it wasn't in rodeo. It was just a session.
Yeah.
So you look at a guy like Rock Purdy, right? I mean, this kid, San Francisco's getting the best out of this kid because he's locked into a minimum rookie contract. So I mean, $870,000 is nothing to sneeze at. But when his peers are making 14 and 15,
give me $800,000 a year to play a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You couldn't give me that because I cherish my life.
Well, and that's one of the things that really chaps me is they play these guys. They pay them so much just to play a game, ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
yeah.
But yet
That
our
shows you how much
firefighters,
revenue they're taking in.
but our firefighters and our police officers are getting $2 above minimum wage to start out. Like, are you kidding me?
No,
know,
you struggle. You definitely struggle for the first 5 years until you get tenure, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
but
yeah.
that's
So,
you know what, it's
as a
not just
result-
sports. That's the entertainment industry, and it
Mm,
draws in a lot of money, and they get paid their value.
it's the revenue.
And
It's the revenue. It's
firefighters
what they bring in.
and officers do it for the right reasons.
We're,
You know,
we're
yeah.
they're not doing it. They're not doing it to get rich. They're doing it to provide a service
No.
and protect their neighbors, and for the right reasons. And
Yeah,
not all,
yeah.
not all, but most. And
Yeah.
and God bless them and support the blue. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in. I don't. I think they should be paid more, but I don't think they should be paid more because baseball players make more. Baseball players make more,
No,
and
It's
football
a
players make more.
completely different. Yeah,
for a
it's a
reason.
completely different situation.
Any more
It's a-
baseball
that's
players,
business.
football players, they're all entertainment, you know.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. In
It's
fact,
not.
I still remember when Bobby Murphy made $100,000. What a big deal that was.
But what is it? The average career in the NFL is what, 3.8 years? So
Right. Exactly.
you don't have
I was
a
going to bring
backup
that up.
plan-
I was going to bring that. I was going to bring that
Yeah.
up. They
You don't have a
got to
backup
get their
plan,
money
right?
as fast as possible because
Yeah.
they're not going to last.
Same
yeah,
here.
unless you're
Yeah, but I
Aaron
mean,
Rodgers,
you know-
unless you're Aaron Rodgers and have a guarantee on your $45 million contract, you know,
You,
and
you
you play,
think about
you
back
snap
in the
football
day,
plays.
though. How the heck back in the day did like baseball pitchers? It was nothing for a baseball pitcher to pitch a full 9-inning
A
game.
complete game,
Right.
right?
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing. It was still a
It
big.
was an accomplishment, but
Sure.
you know, it happened on a regular basis.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they've made it a
And-
lot
and
harder.
you wouldn't
Hey,
have-
guys.
well-
Seriously though, they've made it a lot harder on
Yeah.
pitchers. They've lowered the pitch. They've lowered the pitcher's mound. They've made the foul line smaller. The foul area is smaller. They brought in the fences. They've made it because they wanted to see scoring, which is scoring gets people excited. Scoring sells, and they've made it harder to be a pitcher and easier to be a batter.
Well, this is true, but you know,
However,
The ball got more lively.
yeah.
and they made the ball more exactly, and they made a livelier ball. So again, it's been a lot harder to be a pitcher than it was back
but
in the
what
day.
you didn't have, okay, and it's just an evolution, right? You didn't have middle relievers. Okay.
Right.
You had
Right.
relief,
Right.
You had relief pitches. That was it. And they were coming in for 1 or 2. So it was completely expected of a pitcher back
Well, hell,
Seven-
now they bring
seven
in a
innings.
pitcher for
60s,
one
70s
out.
into the early 80s to go into 7 innings easily. Okay.
Unless you totally shit the bed, and then whoever took your place
Well, you know,
would still make it to
160
the 7th or 8th inning.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
You're
relief
still
pitchers,
seeing-
not closers.
No, you were seeing 160 to 180 pitches in a game.
You never
it's
see
like-
that now. You never see that now.
No,
No, uh-uh.
No way.
I don't go that far. It sometimes feels like little league.
Yep.
Well, the one thing I think I appreciate in the rule changes is the clock. Okay, because it was getting a bit crazy there for a long time
Oh yeah.
with how much time the pitcher would take up on the mound. So I think that's
Yeah.
helped the game a little bit.
It's helped it to move along and shorten the game.
Well, that's for the.
But I don't necessarily want the game shorter. They say that, but if I was paying the prices we pay now,
No,
go to
not
baseball?
shorter, but
Oh, it's
you
gonna
want it to
shorten.
move. Oh, it's already shortened the game, but it's shortened the game to a reasonable period. Most of the entertainment you pay for, okay, is around the 2-hour mark. Baseball games, getting in there and everything else, you're on average.
I
3
liked.
hours.
I really
With-
liked
with
old.
the change,
I
instead
liked
of-
old school baseball. I liked defensive playing. I didn't mind low scoring games. I like pitchers duels, and it just, but the slow pace of the game.
No, I like that, but
They-
I think the clock helps. I mean, it's been in the minor leagues now for longer than I can remember. So it's not uncommon to them coming up with it. But
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite pitcher growing up?
Tom Seaver,
I knew it. You Met fan. You.
of course.
My brother was a Tom Seaver fan. I was a Mel Stottlemyre fan.
My dad knew Jerry Grody behind the plate. So
My buddy was at Tom Seaver's 300th win.
wow.
Was he? Oh, he was amazing. You know,
Yeah, he was a great pitcher.
like I said, it was a lot harder to be a
Great
pitcher back.
pitcher. I got a program signed.
No, it's
by him, so.
I like Bob
Tom
Gibson.
Seaver was awesome. Mel Stoudemire is awesome.
Gibby.
I Sandy Koufax.
Whitey Ford actually lived up the block from us.
Did he?
Yeah, until I was like, I think he moved out to the island when I was probably 6 or 7. But his mom still lived on the block too.
Remember the Mad Hungarian?
Al Hrabosky.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was personalities in baseball back then. You know, Yogi Berra, Phil Rizzuto. It was just fun. You know?
It ain't over till it's over.
I like to watch Bob Gibson. That was the big before the Rangers came to town. That was big. Our biggest, closest baseball team was St. Louis Cardinals.
Yep.
Dallas Fort Worth. And I followed the Cardinals when I was a kid in the '60s.
Yeah, he was a great pitcher.
Yep.
Well, that's been my team for a long time.
Yeah. Of course, the Rangers now since '72, but for me, but you know.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like where the sport's gone.
Who's that?
And are politically motivated, moving me
Yogi Berra
also.
signed.
Yogi.
I had a baseball signed by the '61 Yankees when I was a kid.
Wow.
Roger Maris was on it, Mickey Mantle, Tony Quebec, Whitey Ford.
Hell, I had a 1980 World Series baseball from the Cardinals, and
But you do realize in '61 was the year he hit 61 home runs, and Mickey hit 58, and to this day that's the most for two players on the same team combined. And that ball is would be worth a lot of money now. I gave it to my first wife. We split up, and I regret that to this day. But yeah, my dad worked at the park when I was born in '61. And he worked at the park. He got the boys to sign it, the guys to sign it, because they would do that back then. And, oh, you had a baby? Here's a guy selling hot dogs. You know, they don't care. All right, Bill. My dad's saying. They all signed the ball. Ralph Houck was on there. And my grandfather saved it to me till I was turned 18. And 19, I got married. And like an idiot, I gave it to my Canadian first wife. She probably sold it for
damn
50
Canadians. Damn
For,
Canucks.
for what it's
I
worth,
look at Jim.
all my wives have been Canadian too. So
Well, that explains it.
yeah,
My first was from Michigan. Does that come close?
It comes close.
Enough.
My first was Mexican.
My first wife was from Missouri.
I guess I'm still married to my first wife. Almost
Are
43
you?
years.
God bless you.
Good for you. There's a man that has sense. Okay, it's so much cheaper that way too.
Well, I've been married to my second wife for 27
Lloyd, you've been married a
years.
long time, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been married 42 years, going on 43, and this was a third marriage for both Judy and I. So you know,
Wow.
it works. So,
I
yeah,
can't imagine doing something I like for 42 years.
That's a long time.
yeah. We've been married 42, going on 43.
Same here,
I
George.
just
31.
celebrated.
I've been married 3
81.
times myself. My first wife was the Canadian. That was a year. And the second one was an American, Pennsylvania. That was 13. And I've been with this one for 24 years. And she's from the Philippines.
Yep.
I'm an international kind of guy.
I was with my first wife for 7 years. 7 long damn years.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first wife I was married to for 17 years. Had my kids with her. Then I got off of that ride, got onto a new roller coaster. Okay, that lasted about 3 years. And then my current wife, actually, we've been together almost 22. We married just at our 17th anniversary 2 days ago. And
Congratulations.
Congrats.
but we've been friends for 36 years, and she's
Can't beat
Filipino
that.
too.
They're the best.
Yeah.
In my personal experience, they're the best.
She makes me a better person. That's a toll road.
Absolutely.
Jim. That's a toll road. Okay, so
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't think anybody can make me better.
You're already the best. Huh?
That would be
That's
No.
not where I was going.
How could you get any better than you are? Right?
That's not where I was going.
there were no objections from the panel there,
I
Jim.
was gonna say that
Yeah.
that's a tall
I would-
order, Jim.
I would agree with that comment, Jim.
Unanimous.
I mean, building the Hoover Dam was easier, Jim. Just saying.
Yeah.
What, hey guys, what's a clutch?
That's that pedal.
Somebody born in Alaska, I assume.
Gears.
I've never heard that before.
Never heard that comment before.
A clutch.
Mm.
I'll have to have sex with an Alaska girl. Find out. Let me see. Where do you go? He was born on
Probably look it up on Urban
Air Force
Dictionary.
Base in Anchorage. Clutch. It's interesting.
Clutch, Urban Dictionary.
Yep.
A person,
It's
thing
extremely
that
good.
is on the top tier of their category and is consistently clutch in crunch time. Anybody can be clutch with a C, but the ones that stand out can be clutch with a K.
I don't
So there,
think
he's
that's
just saying his wife's talk show.
I don't know, Jim. I think I'm just as confused before you started that.
Yeah, I don't think he meant that.
No,
I've heard of a clutch hitter before.
well, that's what they're saying, but with a K, you're
Yeah,
like,
but that's
oh,
what a C. Yeah, but clutch. Yeah, okay.
she's just top of the line. That's what he's saying.
Mm.
Gotcha.
She must be listening, and he wants to get laid. I don't know.
I'm going with you on that one, Jim. You can always tell when they're within earshot.
Well, guys,
Yep.
what do you think?
Fine.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
It's getting late by you.
Yeah, and we're down to 9 people in the audience. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
go.
by the way, Dominic, I ordered. Oh, you already know this. Dominic has a great selection on his store
Yep. Yep.
of products.
His merch.
Merch, and it's pretty interesting and creative. And I got myself a wine goblet thingy. I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that coming.
A klooch. A hoochie klooch.
A klooch.
It's a native.
Oh, it's a native.
Alaskan.
Okay. All right. They look like Filipinos, actually. So anyway, let's say goodnight, everybody. We got anybody? I'll start with Jim. You got anything going on coming up?
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going down to Fort Erie, Niagara Falls area, and shopping for another house.
Cool. Good luck with that. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Very, very cool. How about you, Don?
Nope.
Nope. No.
Fine.
Okay. Let's head on. How about you, Tom? Anything coming up? Nothing.
Good luck, Jim. House hunting.
Thanks.
Yeah. Dominic, how about you?
Put the link in the chat for the merch store.
Cool. Check out the Northside Hawk store. It's some very cool stuff in there. How about you,
Buy a new drone.
Mr. B? Mr. B. That's the wrong guy. Mike, what's up? Anything going on?
Trying to stay out of trouble, and hopefully I'll finally get my refund for the bad motherboard I got to where I can order a new one. Get my regular computer fixed.
I wasn't aware you had a bad motherboard. I'm sorry to hear that. What brand was it?
It's Gigabyte.
Really?
And the one I had ordered was an Asus, and it had a BIOS problem where you couldn't get out of BIOS no matter what you tried. Hated that. I ended up sending that back.
I just thought I'd throw this up here. Anybody want to call bullshit?
Bullshit.
He's put a rider in on that comment.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
He's
He
still
did. When people put writers on things, you might just say, "I won't be here."
Something.
Lloyd, how about you? What's going on?
Oh, just working on the figures, the ventricular figures, and I got a show tomorrow night at 7:00 Central Time.
Yep.
8:00 Eastern. So that's what's going on with me.
Oh, I'm not working tomorrow. I have no excuse. I'm going to stop in.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
I'll send you a link. And thanks for sending me the link. I know I don't always get on here, but I really appreciate it.
There's no need to appreciate it. We like having you. So thank you for coming in.
Half of us.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
I usually work Monday night, and I miss you guys, and I miss what's the other big show on Monday night?
Drone Nation.
Drone Nation.
Drone Nation.
Donation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and
See,
Ray's
They're on
show
right
is
after
on.
us.
See how it's
Ray
how.
Kelly is on too.
Yeah, they do a good job, and I enjoy that too. But I never get to watch it until afterwards. I get to watch it. It's not the same. It's not the same. Live is always better. But anyway,
Yeah.
cool, very very good. I'll be there. Michael, right? Anything going on soon?
Yeah,
or-
actually, I'm looking forward to Spin Up. I've been talking to Steve Carpenter yesterday, Rodney Bell, Brad Austin.
Steve's coming in
Al's
from
gonna be
California.
there.
He's going. Oh, that's
Al's
cool.
going there.
Sweet.
Dennis Lovely's going to be there. Chris
Wow.
Hope. Brian Mackey. Lee Beesing. Angie.
Brian's going to be there.
Who is?
I've never met Brian in person.
Oh yeah, Brian. Oh yeah, Brian's. Brian Mackey's going to be there. Yeah, he lives in Houston.
Oh.
He's definitely going to be
He
there.
lives in Texas. Yeah.
He
I
loves
love
that.
Brian. Brian's a good boy.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the last one.
No, he hadn't been to Florida. Brian hadn't. But
He what?
No, he did not make the Spin Up last time.
No. He didn't go to the last spin up in Austin.
2 years ago. No, he didn't. But he said he's going to be there. So
Oh,
I'm
it's
looking forward
too
to all
bad.
those guys. Let's talk to him.
Nah,
Talked to
I
Kelly
feel
the other
bad. I would've
day,
liked-
Chris. So
I like that guy. I would have liked to meet him in person.
yeah, I've flown with him a couple times.
Yeah, he's good. He's a nice guy.
Yep.
So anyway, cool. Very, very cool.
Looking forward to it. So
You enjoy yourself. I probably won't see you next Sunday then.
no, probably not. Maybe I don't know. I may tune in Sunday night. We'll see.
Well, have fun. Be safe.
We'll do it.
And you could be our on-site reporter.
I'll do that. I'm doing the same thing for
There you
Drone
go.
Nation. None of them are going. Ron and Marcus aren't making it.
Screw Drone Nation.
You're on before them. Okay, Sunday night. You'll get.
All right.
You'll get the scoop.
Okay, cool. All right,
I'll
guys.
tune in
That's all.
sometime Sunday night. How's that?
Sounds awesome.
Okay.
Everybody say goodnight.
Well,
Good night.
now it's time to say goodbye to Bill and all the tribe. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you will subscribe. You're all invited back next week to watch another show. We're all too drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to go.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Yeah.
This has been a Bill Ways presentation.